Good evening, Toon Army, and welcome to Matchday Live here right on your favourite YouTube channel, the Toon Review, for all things Newcastle United and, of course, all things football. My name is Paul. I'm joined by my co-host again and co-commentator Billy for the match. Please do, as usual, give it the thumbs up if you do enjoy the game and the commentary this afternoon. Of course, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, you do have to be a subscriber if you want to take part in the chat. So please do subscribe. Help us on the way to 28,000 subscribers. As you can see there, we're starting the show on 27,476. Let's see what we can finish on tonight. But don't forget to hit that notification bell, which will also let you know when we schedule our live shows and we upload any recorded ones. You can, of course, become a member of the Toon Review by hitting the join button underneath myself and Billy. And as usual, you can donate to the show if you do, well, please want to do so, by hitting that $ at the bottom of the live comments. And that will also guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. Good afternoon, Mr. Billy Bob.
Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are in the world.
Indeed, indeed. There will be people from all over the world, as usual, watching us tonight. And hoping for a result, Billy. But, well, we'll go into the team straight away because it has created some talking points already. This is how we line up this afternoon. Karius is our goalkeeper. A back four, Trippier, Share, Botman, and Livramento. So he has dropped Dan Burn. Livramento starts. Bruno, Longstaff, and Miley, Almiron, Gordon, and a returning Isak straight into the lineup. The bench is Gillespie, Lascelles, Richie Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Murphy, Joe Willock is back, and of course Dan Burn. Billy, what do you make of it?
Well, it's potential. It could be 4-3-3, but still that 4-5-1 is still available with Gordon and Almiron dropping and just playing it a bit deeper and making part of the midfield. Gamble taken with Isak. Is it worthwhile? We'll only know after the game's finished and if he's still fit and available to play Tuesday.
Yep.
Karius in. A lot of people have been calling for him. Dubravka has let a lot of goals in. Hope he has a great game tonight and cements his place for a couple of weeks at least until Pope's fit. And most importantly, really, the bench looks pretty strong, doesn't it? We have game change on the bench, which we haven't had for a long time. So I'm quite pleased with the selection. I'm disappointed Almiron's in. But apart from that, I'm quite...
I honestly come to the thought, Billy, that he will never be dropped. I don't know why. If Almiron's fit, he plays for some God-unknown reason, only known to Eddie Howe, of course. But listen, we'll see how he does. Obviously, as usual, we'll support him before the game, and hopefully he does have a good game. The bench interests me as well, Billy, because, you know, you've got the likes of Barnes, Murphy, Willock, who are definitely more on the attacking side. You know, so we do have some sort of game changers on the bench, which we haven't had in recent weeks, and that's looking a bit more lively. But I have to say, I'm worried about Isak because, I mean, coming straight back in against Arsenal, that is going to be a tough ask. But as you said, what I could see, Billy, is maybe when we're defending, we drop into the 4-5-1, and then sort of when we go forward, change it to the 4-3-3. But I'm still worried about Miley and Longstaff playing together, Billy. That is a huge worry to me.
Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? But maybe tonight it all cements together and we can come away with 3 points. Who knows?
You never know in Newcastle United, do you? Because that's the thing. It suddenly, let's remember Villa a few weeks ago. We all thought we were going to go there and get pillared, and it didn't work like that, did it? It was a really good performance. So, sort of performance. This is how the home team line up. They go with Rea, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kiwior, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz. Billy.
4 centre-halves in the back four. Definitely available to be get up down the flanks with White and Kiwior. I don't think the greatest defenders out wide. I mean,
White has played right back though most of the season, hasn't he?
And most of last season, to be fair, but he's not very good at it, I don't think. No centre-forward, as I alluded to on the preview show, which is why it was ridiculous to possess the 5 at the back. So, Havertz, the rat, hopefully he gets his comeuppance tonight. Maybe even sent off, who knows. But with Paul Tierney refereeing, I doubt it. They do have strength on the bench, so they have Jesus and Nketiah to come on, and Trossard, and Smith Rowe, and Reece Nelson, who comes on quite a lot for them and changes things for them. They're a very good side. It's going to be hard for us tonight.
And the thing is, Billy, I mean, you look at that bench and you think, Nketiah and Jesus on the bench, I mean... Obviously, Arteta has a game plan, and we'll see what that game plan is as time goes on. But it's an interesting one for me. Let's see what the chat is saying. We have a super chat from Crow's Tail. Thank you very much. Got Bruno first goal and 1-0. And if my bet comes in, I'll donate £310 to your chosen charity, Paul. I'm certain of my bet coming in. Wow. Mate, if that comes in, then we're all quids in. And it's a fantastic gesture to give it to the charity. So incredible. Geordie Broad says people overestimate William when he's injured. William?
Willock, I guess he means.
Yeah.
He's a bit of an autocorrect.
When he comes back, he does nothing. A player to sell in the summer, in my opinion. Nah, that's a ridiculous comment. That I'm sorry. NUFC 1892. Come on, how are the lads? King Hoddle is in the house, and I pretty much guarantee he's supporting Newcastle tonight. Without a doubt. Toon Gamers says, hope they're tired as had Champions League midweek.
Well, they've never shown that before after Champions League games. As I said last night, 20 games, 16 wins, 4 draws.
But it's right back.
It's a massive game for us now because results really go in our favour today. So we can somehow get a point or three.
I mean, Manchester United, Billy, Harry Maguire, how the hell he stayed on the pitch for that chance. What is going on? Now, if there's not blatant bullshittery going around in the Premier League at the minute with the so-called cartel, that should have been a sending off. He then equalises in the last minute, but they then go and lose the game in the last minute of injury time. And Bruno Fernandes has an absolute paddy after the game.
Well, Harry Maguire was at fault for the second goal as well, so it's even funnier, really. The referee probably thought it was more in Fulham's advantage by keeping him on. If I can think of.
Did you see Bruno's behaviour after the game?
Well, it's always like that, isn't he? He doesn't think they should be losing to sides like Fulham. You know, it's not in their remit. What Manchester United are crying out is for a good director of football. They haven't got one, unfortunately.
No, they haven't. A couple of super chats come in there. David Garcia, thank you very much. Evening, fellas. With the ticket situation being what it is basically impossible for me living in California to ever watch Newcastle at St. James's. Speaking of that, Billy, I saw something on Twitter earlier on today. Some of the Newcastle fan had retweeted it. This so-called Newcastle United fan who has an OnlyFans account giving 2 tickets away. How does that work?
Lord knows.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
You'd think it was a scam. But what you got to do is get yourself in the ballot, mate, and hopefully you come out trumps. It's the only way of doing it.
We've also got a super chat from Come On You Spurs Forever. Thank you very much. Spurs fan here. Tonight I'm a Geordie. How are the lads? I hope we don't let the Spurs fans down. We got some good Spurs fans in the chat. So, oh, Jesus. Spike, good evening to you. Hope everyone's good. I'm not too confident about this game. Hoping for a draw. I mean, I'd take a point, Billy. I'd take anything from this game. Just avoid defeat.
100%.
Lil Sam says, got a feeling Miggy will score tonight. Diane says, I'm looking forward to the match and your commentary. Thank you very much. Barbara says, Man City lucky to get the win at Bournemouth. Deserved something. First half, I saw the stats for the first half, and it was Manchester City domination, to be honest. But look, Man City do what they have to do, especially in we know what Man City are like in the last half of the season, Billy. They'll scrape results together, then they'll start, playing world-class football. They're always very dominant in the second half of the season, but there's other teams this year around who may well just say, right, it's not Man City's turn this time. Yes,
I think Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, it's a 3-horse race for me. Out of the 3, I'd say Man City would be the favourites, but you just don't know. Manchester City's still got to play Liverpool, I believe. They've got a Manchester derby next Sunday to go at as well. So, it's not a given thing that Man City are going to walk away with this year. They look very shaky second half, as Barbara alluded to there, actually, in Bournemouth. Yeah. Could easily scored an equaliser. They were a bit profligate for the goal, Bournemouth. But yeah, to me, they're proven, tested, and I think I'll do it again.
Now, Rob's saying there that Tino needs a run in the team. I absolutely 100% agree with that, by the way. He does need a run in the team. Yeah. No matter how he plays today, he's got to get back to, the match environment. He's got to get up to speed again. So, listen, he came in last time and I think it was 3 games in a row, Billy. We give him man of the match straight off the back. So maybe he doesn't need that time to get going. He's pretty, he's very strong straight away.
We've hardly seen him at all before the Man City Carabao Cup game. And yet he came in and played as if he'd been there all his life. And yeah, I think he'll be fine tonight.
Yeah. So as you can see, the starting lineups are behind me on the screen. They will hopefully update as the subs happen. I can't guarantee that though, but if the software works to how it's supposed to work, it should be fine. So it'll keep abreast of all the substitutions and everything like that. I Like Coffee, been a member for 10 months, also one of our mods. Gordon and Murfinho to score on their birthdays. He's giving it a woo, Billy. I mean, we'll be giving it a woo.
Well, if they both score on their birthdays, we'll definitely be woo-woo-wooing, won't we?
Yeah. Mate, we haven't got a full squad at all at the minute. Joe Linton's still missing. Anderson's still missing. Wilson's still missing. We've still got some guys out. So it's a plus, though, to have so many coming back. Cruel to be kind thinks Miggy will miss a sitter. Well, I will be doing my nut if he does that again.
He's missed more sitters than the McCann's in.
Oh, dear. Arsenal are the best in set pieces. Would we miss? Oh, dear me. No. There's capable defenders there. Okay? There's capable defenders there. Johnny Ola says, I feel more positive now than I did yesterday. 2-1 to us.
Good for you, Johnny.
Gordon says, was at the Emirates last season. Never seen a more annoying bunch of supporters. Yeah, they are becoming a little bit pain in the arse like Man United, aren't they? I mean, look, I know a couple of Arsenal fans who are good people, obviously. But there's a lot of them. I mean, the way they've gone on about the, the reverse fixture at St. James's Park, etc. It's an absolute farce.
Yeah, they've become Manchester United-esque entitled after that one good season, isn't it? Really, yeah. They bottled the season before, bottled Champions League the season before. But for some reason, I mean, they suddenly think it's back to 2003 and 4 again, and no one's going to stop them. But we all know they've got bottling problems. They bottled last year. They bottled the season before. Can it be third time on the trot? Who knows?
Well, I bloody hope so, Billy. Crow still says, what will devastate the Arsenal fans the most? Yes, Bruno scores the winner, the meltdown. Well, Bruno needs to keep his head tonight because I don't want him losing his head. The crowd will be on him from the word go, Billy, and it's important that he stays strong. Yeah,
it's not just the crowd. There'll certainly be players on the Arsenal side trying to wind him up. And I allude to Havertz straight away. They clearly don't like each other. They both kicked each other last game, I should say. And Havertz, of course, went through long stuff. How he stayed in the pitch, we'll never know. But yeah, there could be red cards flying tonight. I'm just be honest.
Yeah. Gillian Watson's gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much for that, Gillian. As has Keith Druscott gifted a Toon Review membership. So thank you very, very much for those guys. Matt says they gave Man U 9 minutes to score the winner and then they conceded. Yeah.
Next change.
I bet, Billy, if that was 2-1 to Man United going into injury time, there would have been about 3 or 4 minutes. And Luton manager, to be fair, called them out on it last week as well. Said that it, only a couple of minutes injury time. Had it been the other way around, it would have been very different.
I've noticed that a few times. Yeah, we've seen it quite a lot, haven't we? Not just with Manchester United, either other clubs as well. But
yeah.
And Manchester United, the masters of scoring late goals, aren't they? So it's fantastic to see them lose late on.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's fabulous. Johnny Ola says even Souness admitted this week that the teams at the top get the big shouts. You see it every week. You really do. Stephen says the bias from media and refs for Man United and Liverpool is unreal. Well, I believe TNT started their show tonight, Billy, with just basically the Arteta show about how upset he was after the last game and everything like that, and that's what they were focusing on, which is it's typical now of these lot, isn't it?
Well, they're clearly setting us up to be the lambs to the slaughter, aren't they? That's what they want, and that's what all the the talk is, and the Arteta revenge talk and all this stuff, which is obviously going to come. But that's set us up for lambs to the slaughter. They want to see us being lambs to the slaughter. Every week we play on TV, it's the same story. Whether we're playing Luton or whether we're playing at Manchester United, it doesn't matter. They want us to lose for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Bruneball says a lot of pressure's now been heaped on Livramento. I agree. He's under the spotlight, obviously, with Dan Burn losing his place. This is what we wanted as fans. However, I'm willing to give Livramento a bit of time to get into things and get a good run in the side, because he can't just come in today and then drop again. I mean, that would just be ludicrous. If he plays well today, he's got to stay in the side. I'm not so sure even if he doesn't play too well, Billy. He needs a run of games.
100%. Yeah, he definitely needs a run of games. He deserves a run of games. He deserved not to be dropped last time, actually.
Yeah.
We all kind of couldn't understand why he'd been dropped for Burn. But at the same time, we all knew as soon as Burn was fitted back in. Tino Livermento's a right back first and foremost, but he's fantastic left back too. Where Dan Burn is a centre half who can't play left back very well. He's left footed.
Yeah, I suppose he'd give us more going forward as well, Billy.
A lot more, yeah, because he's quicker. He gets forward, he gets back quicker. But I think tonight's mainly about defence, isn't it? I don't think we'll see a lot of overlap from Livermento, or probably will from Trippier, because that's what his game is. But I'm not sure we'll see Livermento do an awful lot.
Time will tell. Super chat coming in from DJ. Thanks, mate. He says, I can't complain on the team pre-kickoff. Just don't sit off them and make them work from minute one. We've got a chance to win here if we get a bit of luck. I'm just worried about the midfield, Billy. It does worry me. I've got to be honest. But hey, how many times have I said I'm worried about a certain position, and then all of a sudden, bang, we finish the game. We'll sit there thinking, what the hell were we worried about?
Well, I'm hoping for a good performance from Sean Longstaff tonight. You know, he's due one. Let's be honest. He hasn't been great the past 6 weeks or so since he come back from his injury. But we all know he's a good player. We all know in his top form he can create havoc in that midfield. That's what I'm hoping he does tonight.
Well, apparently Dubravka is ill, Billy. Now, how many times has Dubravka been ill this season? I think this is about the third or fourth time. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think he's been dropped. And I just wish they'd come out and say he's been dropped, because he's letting a stack load of goals. Yeah, he's made some great saves. Whether the slip wasn't his fault last week, but it accounted to a goal. Some people said he should have done better with the second goal as well. There's too many goals going in, and I believe that he's been left out. But again, we just let. Why not be honest, Billy? Why not just say he's been left out?
Well, if he's ill, we'll know more for Tuesday's game, won't we? If he's still not playing Tuesday, then you kind of got to ask the question: has he been dropped and refused to sit on the bench? I mean, that's the question. It's either that or he is ill. I hope he's ill. Well, that's not a nice thing to say, but I hope he's ill.
Yeah, I see where you're going from. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Jake says, anyone else in a good mood all night when Man United get beat? Well,
yes,
to a point. Till now, yeah, we can save at the moment, but know that we've got to play Arsenal at the Emirates, and kickoff is 9 minutes away. So I will go into my usual spiel before kickoff, guys. No spoilers in the chat, please. Wait until me and Billy, we are watching it through our own service. So, we're not watching it through TNT. So if you are slightly ahead of us, when it comes to kickoff, just pause your TV until I say, right, we're underway, and then you'll be in sync with me and Billy. But if you want to continue, don't put spoilers in until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then we can all talk about it in the chat. If you do put spoilers in, the mods are under instructions just to remove you from the chat. We don't want to do that. As usual, we want to have a great Matchday live show with no problems. So just respect everybody else that can't watch the game, that are listening to the commentary. There is plenty of people out there who don't have TNT, who will not be watching the game, who just listen to the commentary. So please don't disrespect them. Don't put spoilers in. Wait until we've commentated on it, please. Thank you very much. Shane says, evening, guys. Can't watch the match thanks to sister getting married. Oh, we'll have you guys on, so better commentary. This will be tough. So there's proof of the pudding. No spoilers, because people like Shane, who unfortunately will probably have a few drinks at his sister's wedding, but no spoilers. Well, there you go. Why do you think Karius is in goal? Apparently, Dubravka's ill. Random says reality versus fantasy 4-1 or 1-2. Hope it's the latter. I agree. I agree. Semper Tempest says 4-3 Newcastle. Longstaff to get 2. That'll be some performance, I tell you what. Anne says I'll take a draw, but would love the win, hopefully. But as long as we don't get stuffed, that's all I'm bothered about. How are the lads? I mean, Billy, it's important. I think this first 15 minutes of this game is going to be extremely important, because Arsenal will come out the traps. I'm under no doubt about that in front of the home crowd.
Yeah.
They want to put things right from the Champions League, but they want to continue this amazing Premier League form that they've been shown in recent weeks. Forget the Champions League. The Premier League, they've been absolutely dominating.
They've been scoring goals for fun, haven't they? This has the potential to go like the Anfield game, where we were totally outrun for most of the game. This could happen tonight. However, it could also be different. It could be the Villa game again.
Yeah.
And anything in between them. So, we don't know what we're going to get with Newcastle United. We know that Arsenal are going to press us, attack us. They're going to be at our throats from the start. Is whether we've got the calmness and technical ability to deal with it. And if we have, we can get a result tonight. But
Indeed.
I mean, it's not going to be easy.
Indeed. Aaron says, let's give Captain Scarlett another beating. How are the lads? Arteta on TNT now, apprehensive to shoot his mouth off about the reverse fixture now. Well, he will he? He won't say anything now.
I'm sure we're saying it in the dressing room. I'm sure we're saying it in the dressing room.
I think there'll be a bit. You know what, Billy? If he had any sense, he'd be putting. He'll have had paper cuttings put around that dressing room tonight, showing that Newcastle seller. This is what I'd do if I was their manager. I'd get them riled up that way.
Absolutely, as long as they don't take it on the pitch and can carry it through onto our players, which could be.
Well, if they get a couple of red cards out of it, I'm not going to mind that, Billy, to be honest.
No, exactly not. I mean, we've seen it happen before. The managers winding the team up that much that they come out and just kick everyone.
Absolutely, yeah. Hippie says, Miley with 2 assists for Isak goal. Second goal comes from a questionable handball. VAR gives the okay, and Arsenal fans whinge about it again for the next 4 seasons. Wow. Yano says Miggy is starting because he is the best option available. Get behind the lad. Well, Yano, he's not the best option available. I'm sorry. We've got Harvey Barnes sitting on the bench. He could play Barnes left, Gordon right. We've also got Murphy sitting on the bench, which is also a better option than Miggy, given current form. However, what I will say is Miggy is in from the start. Therefore, let's hope he does bag a couple of goals tonight.
100%. Yeah, we're all behind him. I think he can get. I'll be honest. I think he can get Kiwior as well. I don't think he's the greatest defender in the world.
Yeah,
certainly
but
not the quickest.
Miggy's got to have the confidence, Billy, to get the ball and take him on. He's got to take somebody on.
Absolutely has, and cut inside, and if he has to, and you choose what gets his head up in the air, look around for options instead of just putting his head down and putting his foot to the ball.
Yeah. David says waiting for Paul to explode when Miggy misses from 1.5 yards out. Well, David, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he smashes the net. But I don't think he will. Andy says on AFTV they weren't happy with the team. Well, I mean, look, I'm a bit confused about Arteta. I mean, Vieira's a very good player. He's on the bench, of course. Both his strikers are on the bench. Kai Havertz is playing, and Kai Havertz has done nothing in this Premier League, Billy. And I don't see the fuss over him. I really don't.
He had a little bit of purple patch, didn't he, just before Christmas there? But I mean,
little bit.
He's a good player, but he's not a centre forward by any stretch of the imagination. No. I imagine our centre halves would much rather be facing him than a Jesus, for instance, or even an Nketiah, who's a real hard to handle centre forward. Not the greatest finisher in the world, but he gets into some great situations. So I'm kind of looking forward.
He can't tackle though to save his life, Billy, and
no.
Let's just hope. Karius, 1 professional game in 3 years. I hope he plays a scorcher. Well, look, Karius can come in and do as well as he can. All right, let's just hope he has an absolute blinder. But I tell you what, Karius does a lot better than Dubravka is he's quicker off his line, right? And I know he hasn't played a lot, but he plays very similar to Nick Pope in that way, Billy.
Yeah, he's the same sort of style as Nick Pope. Obviously not as good as Nick Pope at it, but he's certainly better at it than Dubravka is. I just think tonight would have been a good game for Dubravka to play him because I don't think we're going to be sitting high up the pitch. I think we'll be a low block for a lot of it. And there won't be that gap in between the keeper and the defence. So we wouldn't have to do as much sweeper keeping. And basically shot stopping would be the order of the day. And that's what Dubravka's good at. So I think we will miss Dubravka tonight. But I've got I've got a lot of faith in Karius doing the same thing. So
yeah,
we'll have to support him and trust him.
Toon Trev got his prize today in the post. Thank you very much for letting us know, matey. Hope you like it. All of them went out, so they should have all been received. Mark down on the south coast there. Good evening. Just believe Toon gives City a game. You can do it against Arsenal. Well, yeah, we can. But, I mean, look, we're all talking about Eddie Howe here, Billy. But the fact of the matter is these players have to step up as well now.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course they do. They've not been great the past few weeks. We've got results. We've been beaten in 5. But the performances, I mean, I'm good. I've got to be honest. Defensively, certainly not. I'm hoping Livramento coming in will cure that. And let's hope we can get a couple of goals in the process. And clean sheet, couple of goals, happy days.
Don says he's not expecting much result-wise. Just hope we get into them and make a game of it. I mean, yeah, we want them to come off the pitch no matter what the score, Billy, knowing that they've given everything they can.
Yes,
and if that's the case, fair enough. But if we get a humping and some of those players are not stepping up to the plate, then that's when we have a problem. And, you know, we need to see Eddie being very, very, well, his game management has to be better. Simple as that, Billy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's got to see what's coming and do things to stop them from happening. And that's what good managers do.
Yeah.
And Eddie Howe hasn't been doing that for a while. So I've got the confidence it's going to happen tonight, though. I mean, we don't like them. They don't like us. I think, you know, both sides will be armed to the teeth with aggression. And let's see where it goes. Let's hope we can control ours better than they can control theirs.
Indeed. Well, I'm looking at Arteta now, Billy. I don't know about yourself.
I haven't even looked yet, but I'm about to go on it now.
And now I'm looking at Eddie Howe.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So we are in tandem. That is good. Remember, guys, no spoilers in the chat, please. We really do. Fingers crossed. We have a good watch along with no idiots in the chat. Just talk about it as soon as me and Billy have of course mentioned it, and we will all have a fantastic watch along. But for now, it is Arsenal versus Newcastle United. It's live at the Emirates. It's live here on Matchday Live, here on the Toon Review with myself and Billy. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, if you are new. Let's see what we can finish on tonight in our quest towards 28,000. Arsenal get us underway. We are underway straight off the bat, Billy, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And immediately coming forward, Havertz immediately causing problems up there for Arsenal. Martinelli has the ball near our corner flag, and they win a corner straight from the kickoff, Billy.
Yeah, straight at it, aren't they? And already we can see a 4-5-1 in defence. A big gap between the midfield and Isak. Isak's trotting back into the box now. But yeah, it's a good start from Arsenal. Good positive start, and that's what they would have wanted. Certainly
looks like they're dropping into a very defensive position, Newcastle United, when they don't have the ball. But it's going to be Declan Rice in the first minute of the game with a corner for Arsenal, immediately putting us under pressure here. And this is a big moment for Karius as well. And it floats, and it's cleared away, only as far as Declan Rice again. Declan Rice tries to get a foot in. It's a good block and another Arsenal corner. Arsenal with a lot of intent in this first minute of the game here.
Yeah, good
defending that.
Yeah, good defending from Miggy, that.
Certainly was. Good tackle. And where will Rice put this one? Nobody on the goalkeeper, incidentally. He's gone for near post. It is flicked on. It's bouncing around. It's well cleared. Not totally, though. Saka on his left foot is miles over the bar. And Newcastle just relax, as that is not a great effort from Bukayo Saka. But good clearance again. Good defending, Billy. Alert there.
Yeah, it was a good corner, wasn't it?
Yep. It was Isak who actually cleared the ball away. I mean, you can possibly say it wasn't the best of clearances, but he got in there very quickly. I think ahead of, was it Saliba he beat there? And eventually Jorginho knocks it to Saka, but he spoons it miles over the bar. A very, very quick start here from Arsenal as they regain the ball again. Flicked out to the right-hand side to Ben White now. White inside again to Saka. Saka, little touch inside to Odegaard, but a good tackle, that. Good, strong tackle from Lewis Miley, Billy.
Yeah, excellent tackle. The shape looks quite good, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'd expect Arsenal to have more of the ball than us tonight. I don't think there's any shadow of a doubt about that, Billy. But at the minute, we just got to be strong, got to be disciplined in our positional play, and not switch off.
And keeping hold of the ball is important as well. We don't want to be chasing the ball for 90 minutes because we'll soon tire. So keeping hold of the ball when we have it. We might not have it as much as we usually do, but just keeping hold of the ball and not giving it away sillily. That's the key to all for me.
Well, first touch for Karius, and Fabian Schär is knocked off the ball by Havertz. Not great play there from Fabian Schär, but Trippier stays strong, and Havertz brings him down for a free kick. A little bit of a slow play there from Fabian Schär, Billy, which is unusual for him.
Yeah, he didn't get the pass stuck to him swiftly, did he? And he kind of dillied and dallied and kind of kicked himself, and then Havertz got in.
Yeah, it looked like he kicked the floor there.
Trippier covered him very, very well.
But we do have a free kick anyway, and it's going to be Karius to take it, just to the right of our own penalty area here. And I would imagine he'd go long looking for the head of Alexander Isak here. In it comes the free kick. Not really finding any Newcastle player there. Havertz flicks it on to Saka. Saka trying to... On the handball, says the referee. Bruno is furious. Longstaff is furious. Paul Tierney says handball. I'm worried about this referee, Billy. I mean, if anyone's a big boy fanboy, it's Paul Tierney.
I'm not even sure it's that. I just think he's a poor ref.
Yeah, he is. But Arsenal as we expected, having the majority of position here. I mean, that was a simple giveaway again, Billy. We can't be doing that. We can't give the ball away simply like that.
Especially in that area of the pitch as well. I mean, we have forced them back a little bit, but yeah, just get rid of it.
Absolutely. Inside now for... I'm not sure who that is on the ball, but it's a whipped ball across. But again, Tino reads that superbly and gets Newcastle right on the attack. That's what he does the best. Here's Anthony Gordon now, cuts in onto his right foot, lays it into Bruno. Bruno a touch back for Sven Botman, and he goes in turn across to Fabian Schär. So bit of possession here for the first time in the game for Newcastle. Arsenal pressing very high, but Newcastle playing it out quite nicely there. Longstaff out to Almiron, and he gives it back to Kieran Trippier now. Trippier again, closed down very quickly, but finds Bruno. Bruno loses the ball, though. And he's got to be quicker than that. He's going to be marked very tightly in this game, Bruno.
Yeah.
And it is Jorginho now for Arsenal across to Ødegaard. He's got White in support on the right-hand side. Saka in front of him. Saka makes a little run. Tino reads it brilliantly as usual. And it's brought down by Bruno now. Bruno took a little bit of a heavy touch there, but Ødegaard... what's he complaining? That was clearly a Newcastle throw. Don't make an ass of yourself, Ødegaard. Clearly a Newcastle throw.
Yeah, just twatty attitude, wasn't it? But again, Bruno, very dilly-dally on the ball, wasn't he? Livramento started the game in superb fashion. He really has. I mean, already doing stuff that Dan Burn can't do.
Yeah, already. I mean, the balls over the top that we were talking about, that we were getting caught out from, we've had two of them already, and he's dealt with them brilliantly as the ball ricochets off Saka for a Newcastle United throw-in. 5 minutes gone. You're watching Matchday live here, live on the Toon Review YouTube channel, where it is Arsenal 0, Newcastle 0. If you are new, please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and come and be part of this incredible community that we have on the Toon Review. If you want to take part in the chat, you do have to be a subscriber as well. So come and be part of an incredible community. As Arsenal come back on the attack again with Martinelli, it doesn't seem to be sticking anywhere so far. Jorginho now cuts back inside, clips it into Havertz. He's got Martinelli outside of him. Martinelli cuts back onto his right foot, looks for the support. In comes the cross. Good header away by Botman. Havertz wins it in the air. It comes loose to Ben White. White now on the edge of the box to Ødegaard. Cuts inside onto his left foot, and that's well read by Trippier. Now to Almiron. Almiron back to Trippier. Lovely back heel by Trippier. And Miggy's away, but brought down. Very callous challenge that by Ødegaard. And he's immediately shown the yellow card, and rightly so. Terrible tackle,
right.
Billy.
Yeah, quite right. Little different change in tactics this week where the goalkeeper's concerned. There's none of this short stuff out to the back, playing out from the back. It's long kick every time so far, which is interesting.
Lovely play between Miggy and Trippier there. Miggy bursting with a bit of pace there, taking players on. That's what we want to see from Miggy. And he forced Ødegaard into a sliding tackle, and now Ødegaard on a yellow card within the first 8 minutes of the game, which is great news for us.
It really is.
That's not a great pass by Bruno, trying to give it back to Tino Livramento there, but it was a rocket ship of a pass.
It was a good idea, just wrongly executed, wasn't it? He's not started the game brilliantly, Bruno.
No, but he'll get better. We know he will. As Ben White lays the throw to Saliba now. He's got Gabriel in support, and he has Declan Rice here playing in that sixth position. Jorginho back to Raya in goal.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, good pressing. Good pressing from Newcastle. Sean Longstaff, incidentally, getting well up there pressing, but that's a good ball down the line out to Martinelli. And I think that went out, and it did indeed go out to play. Martinelli didn't think it did, but, well, we know all about balls going out to play against the Arsenal. I mean, that camera
I don't think it
does no favours, yeah, but who cares? Livramento now up to Gordon. Gordon, I thought he'd spun around Ben White there, but he'll be fancying that challenge tonight, Anthony Gordon. But Bruno's lost it again. And here's Bukayo Saka. It's deflected and into the diving arms of Loris Karius. His first save of the game. Very simple save. But again, Billy, Bruno losing the ball there.
Yeah, he started the game hideously, hasn't he? Everything he's touched has turned to shit, let's be honest. And,
yeah,
you know, I think that Saka may have been offside there, but still, Karius did well not to get deceived by the deflection there.
Yep. Here's Bruno again. This time gives it back to Karius, and he did well there because that ball did not bobble up on him, but he managed to get the ball away. Good goal kick that by Karius. And it's now back with Raya in the Arsenal goal. He closed down by Alexander Isak. Long ball forward from Arsenal, straight out to play. But I like the shape, Billy. I just don't like how we're losing the ball very easily.
Yeah, and it's coming from strange situations, strange people you wouldn't expect it of. Bruno's been the worst culprit so far. Cher's done it once. It's not the players that we expect it of. Longstaff and Miggy have started the game really well, to be fair to them.
Yep. Botman now rattles the ball across to Cher, who's in his own penalty area. Good ball by Cher up to Isak. Isak, I'm not sure what the hell that was. Odegaard. And again, we just lose. It's not sticking. And we just need to stop giving the ball away very, very simply. Here's Fabian Cher now.
Well recovered from Miggy, though. Indeed.
I mean, Miggy's had a good... That's an awful ball from Trippier. Odegaard now with a lot of space outside the penalty area. And I thought he would have shot. He tries to flick it through to Havertz. But Karius is off his line like a bullet from a gun and collects the ball. But I thought Odegaard should have hit that. But again, a terrible pass by Trippier, Billy.
Yeah, Trippier joining the list of culprits you wouldn't expect to be giving the ball away so easily. It's alarming, I've got to say.
And again, cleared ball by Newcastle, straight to an Arsenal foot. And the Arsenal playing a lovely little bit of play there. Declan Rice now. Rice and a good block by Karius. And it gets a good punch on it as well. Used his fists to block it to make sure the ball was cleared. Straight at him, but he had to handle it. But Arsenal straight away with the intent here, looking for Saka, and Botman slides in to clear the ball, but there's an offside flag up. We've got to be careful here. 10 minutes gone at the Emirates. It's goalless, but Arsenal's stepping it up, Billy.
They are, but we're gifting them possession, which is the alarming thing. We shouldn't be, they're going to be hard enough to beat without us gifting them stuff. And the past couple of minutes, it's been shocking kind of ball retention from Newcastle. Another thing I'm not happy about is this long kicking down the pitch. Isak isn't holding the ball up at all. In fact, one ball went too early and he refused to go for it, which was strange.
Yeah, good point by King Hoddle. Just more composure on the ball is needed, as Gordon just gives a scream to Karius there. He didn't want that ball there. And it went straight out of play, incidentally, for a throw into Arsenal, which Ben White will take. And what's Arteta doing there? He's giving a free kick.
What? It's our ball. What? He must have been offside.
What on earth? Well, you can't be offside from a goal kick, Billy.
No, you can, but...
yes, you can. What am I talking about? It's the throwing you can't be offside from.
It'd be a strange one if you'd be offside there from a goal kick, wouldn't it?
Well, he wasn't happy with Karius. Oh, and again, Rhea holding on to it a little too long there. And wow. I mean, Isak was on him in we've got to pressure him when he's on the ball, Billy, because Rhea is not the kind of goalkeeper that likes playing with the ball. Oh, that's not a foul, referee. Miggy I'm going to say something really strange here. Miggy used his strength there, and he was given a foul. Here's Declan Rice for Arsenal. Good little spell, that, for Newcastle. Just a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, it's good little insight there. The pressure does work, but they're on the attack again here.
Yeah, here's Martinelli down the left, going to Trippier, cuts back onto his right, lays it back to Jorginho. Jorginho into the penalty area, right-footed clearance from Sven Botman, high into the sky. Jorginho wins the header. Cher puts his foot through it. Not brilliantly, I have to say, but enough to clear it. But again, Arsenal win the ball back. Great bit of play there by Saliba, by the way. And now Odegaard in a bit of space. Odegaard, he's got Saka to his right. Tino comes across to him. Saka cuts back in on his left. Odegaard floats it in the box. Great play by Miley to charge it down. But again, it's not sticking as Isak loses it. And Arsenal continue the pressure with Gabriel. Out to the left side. Is it Kiwomyu or something?
Kiwior.
Now it's Jorginho. He plays it across to Odegaard. Ben White makes the run down the right-hand side. White pulls it back to Odegaard now. Odegaard clips it across looking for Martinelli, who wins the header. And Karius is down to his right-hand side to gather the ball. Billy Bob?
Yeah, they're very, very dangerous, aren't they? We've got to have our wits about us. Someone's down injured in the box. Is it Trippier?
It's Trippier, yeah, holding the back of his knee. That does not look good.
He doesn't look very...
He's saying he's not having treatment. He's getting up. Maybe that's just an impact, Billy. Maybe collided knees with Martinelli as the jump for the header there. But I will say one thing, Billy. You can see the lack of a striker that Arsenal have got here, because Havertz isn't picking the positions up that maybe a proper striker would when they've got that ball just outside the penalty area.
Yeah, they haven't got a focal point, have they? I mean, we've got a striker that should be a focal point. He's not actually doing it himself, but they're playing without one, and they're suffering for it, which is good.
Karius has the ball now and launches it up towards Alexander Isak again, but he doesn't even jump again. He's got to do better there for me, Isak. You're not even going to challenge for the ball. Well, it just seems a bit pointless. Saliba now steps up for Arsenal. Lays it into Jorginho. Jorginho coming across to the halfway line now. Lays it back to Saliba again. Back to Jorginho. Saliba, right on the halfway line for Arsenal. Looking for someone to make a move. Down into Saka now. Saka back to Ben White. Inside now again to Jorginho. Good pressing by Bruno there. And Arsenal forced to go back. Saliba now will go across to Gabriel. Gabriel into Jorginho again. But this is good from Newcastle, Billy. We're forcing Arsenal back more than anything.
Yeah, we are.
And that's what I mean about staying disciplined. Here's Ben White. Spins on the ball. Bruno into him. But manages to find Saliba to Saka. Back to Saliba. Little back heel to Ben White. And then inside to Jorginho again, who brings it over the halfway line for Arsenal. Jorginho still on the ball. Newcastle, though, just keeping a very much a 4-5-1 shape in defence. There's no doubt about that. Here's Saka. Looking for somebody to make a run. Finds Ødegaard. And again, Newcastle just playing a very... It's definitely 4-5-1, Billy. You can see that perfectly on the screen there.
100%, yeah.
And obviously changes to a 4-3-3 when we get the ball. Long ball looking for Martinelli. Trippier jumps well, but it lands for Kiwomyu or Kiwemye. I'm just going to call him Kim, Billy. Kimior, is it?
Kirior.
I'll get it right eventually. I'll get Kiwior. I'll get it right. Anyway, Martinelli now to Kiwior by the corner flag. Gives it back to Martinelli. Yeah, the good way of saying it, I like coffee. Just Kiwi and then or on the end. So there you go. Kiwior. And it is now Gabriel in possession to Jorginho. That's a nice ball in and a nice turn by Martinelli, but too many black and white shirts there. It's come to Declan Rice now. Arsenal's certainly knocking on the door, but when they get in the penalty area, there doesn't seem to be anybody there, which is to our benefit. Great pressing by Anthony Gordon there. Forces Arsenal back. And now it's Jorginho again in the middle of the park for Arsenal. Swings it out to the right to Ødegaard. Down the line to Saka. Saka cuts back in on his left foot. Anthony Gordon gives chase. Saka looking for somebody to make a run. But there's the lack of a striker, Billy, because nobody's making that striker run.
Yeah, the false nine isn't working for him at the minute, that's for certain.
Arsenal continue to spread it around. Saliba now out to White on this right-hand side. Back inside to Saliba. Saliba through to Ødegaard. Turns inside now to Havertz. Havertz on the edge of the box. Plays it back to Jorginho. Jorginho clips it over Saka. And who is there but Tino Livramento read it brilliantly and thumps the ball behind for a corner.
Yeah, it's concerning now that they are keeping the ball, though. It's a sustained length of periods of pressure. And, it's hard watching, to be fair. But, you know, you can only see a goal coming for Arsenal at the minute, I've got to say. We're too deep to press to counter-attack, which is obviously between the Devil and Deep Blue Sea with his 4-5-1. But we're holding out at the minute.
We are. And Saka is going to take this corner for Arsenal. Their third of the game as we just tick over to 17 minutes gone in the game. And it is Arsenal who have all the pressure. Saka floats in. Oh, it's a brilliant save by Karius on the line. Arsenal claiming it went over the line, and so does the goal. It's given, and Arsenal have scored. The ball went over the line, and it's 1-0 to the Gunners. I'm going to have to see this again, but Paul Tini's watch vibrated. The goal technology said it crossed the line, Billy, and Arsenal score. They
are very dangerous from set pieces. They are one of the highest scored set pieces teams in the league, if not the highest. It's hard to see what happened here. We need to see a replay of it.
Well, I thought initially Karius had saved it. Here's the replay. It's floated in. It's a header from Gabriel. It's a brilliant save by Karius. But then, it's an own goal by Botman. It's an own goal by Sven Botman.
Yeah, Livermento's cleared it onto Botman's knee and it's gone in the net. How unfortunate can you get?
What a save by Karius. And he's so unlucky. Livermento kicks it off Botman's shin. It bounces up. Karius saves it, to be fair, but it's behind the line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? Really unfortunate.
That is a right pigger. Brilliant save here from Karius. Reflex save that. Botman slides in. Oh, dear. He completely miskicks the ball. Livramento tries to... it comes up. Oh, dear me. That's a farcical goal, Billy.
It really is. It really is.
It's a farcical goal.
It's not great from Botman, to be fair. I know he's right next to his own line. There's not an awful lot he can do.
Completely miskicked the ball.
But to miskick it, yeah, it's...
I feel really sorry for Karius there, Billy, because he made a quality save.
He did. He did a fantastic save, but the one
Arsenal are coming back here. Declan Rice to Martinelli, to Havertz, back to Martinelli, inside to Jorginho. Jorginho back to Martinelli now. Martinelli will head towards the byline. Good play from Trippier, and he stops it from going out for a corner. As my stream went a bit haywire there, so I'm going to refresh it just to make sure that I'm up with Billy Bob.
Yeah, Jorginho back to Gabriel. Jorginho's fouled there by Longstaff, and it's a free kick to Arsenal, halfway inside the Arsenal. They've took it quickly.
Oh, they've took it quickly. It's in the box, cleared away. Billy, I'm on 19:24.
You're a little bit ahead of me.
Okay.
3 seconds.
Here is Kiwi All plays it to Gabriel. I mean, we've got to start getting a foot on the ball here, Billy, or this is going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's do we come out of our shells now? That's the question. We're one down. The game plan hasn't worked.
Well, it hasn't worked at all in the first. Coming up to 20 minutes gone, it's been one-way traffic from the kickoff. I mean, we knew Arsenal were going to have a lot of possession, but we've done absolutely nothing with the football. Jorginho plays it out wide now to Kiwior, who plays it in. Nobody there. Cher takes it down. Gives Kieran Trippier a bit of a hospital pass. Kiwior is right there, but good work by Kiwior. He's kept it in. Martinelli, though, fell over. Longstaff's got to clear the ball, and he does. He finds Isak. Isak now with about 4 Arsenal players around him, and of course, Arsenal win the ball back. We are getting swamped here. Here's Guy Havertz, and that should be a free kick to Newcastle, and is indeed, as he brings down Bruno. Oh, Billy.
I mean, we can't go to the 4-3-3 straight away. We will get properly swamped. So
yeah,
maybe if we do go for the 4-3-3, it'll maybe Arsenal will think about defending a bit more. But that's just such an unfortunate goal.
It's definitely over the line. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, we can't complain about that one.
We'll whinge about it for 4 minutes, though, shall we? Just for the crap.
Well, how about yeah? I mean, why don't we whinge about it for the next 4 weeks, or 4 months, like the Arsenal fans do? You know, even though we know that was clearly over the line, but why not?
Just an unfortunate goal. I mean, I'm not blaming Botman, but he should have really got his foot to it. He'd probably put it in his net the first time, to be fair.
But it hasn't been great, and we just can't hold on the ball. That's a terrible pass from Botman straight to Jorginho, and Arsenal back in the ascendancy again. Ødegaard into Jorginho, who's had so much of the ball in this half turn. Saka now down to Ben White. Arsenal coming forward again. White's cross. It's bouncing loose in the area, and it's cleared away by Fabian Cher, only as far as Ødegaard. Brings it down well. And now it's Ben White down the right-hand side. Whips the ball into Saka. Saka onto Havertz. Jorginho. Well read, Kieran Trippier. Now, can we... Oh, dear me. It's going to come to Isak. Now, can we get on the break here? Longstaff tries to play it back down to Isak, but it's too far in front of him and back with Ria. And again, we just cannot hold on to this football right now. Saliba steps out for Arsenal. Doesn't want to go too far. Lays it back to Ben White, and it's back to Ria.
Yeah, it's concerning that we're giving the ball away so easy, isn't it? Everything seems rushed with it. They've got time on the ball every time they have it, despite being, us having more in the midfield, and they're finding ways around us, which is the concerning thing. Yeah,
I mean, we just can't get we just can't get the ball, Billy. We're being. I mean, if there's any word for it now so far, it's schooled right now. We just can't get the ball. Here is Saliba, pressed by Isak, goes wide for Gabriel. Gabriel takes his time. Jorginho now in support. Back to Gabriel. Arsenal in no particular hurry, but we just standing off. Ødegaard out to Saka now. Saka, he's got Livramento to deal with. Gordon comes tracking back to help. Back to Ødegaard now. Ødegaard inside to Jorginho. Into Havertz. Havertz's little flick. Ben White. Oh, and if he'd had a left foot, he would have scored. Martinelli cracks one. It's blocked by Cher. In the air now to Saka. Saka brings it down. And good defending there by Lewis Miley. And he hammers the ball into the London sky. But my God, we're being ripped apart here. Absolutely ripped apart. Jorginho again. What a ball that is. Martinelli's come right across. Keeps it in play. And it's 2-0 to Arsenal. And it's Kai Havertz. It's awful from Newcastle. And this could well be a bloody cricket score here. It is awful from Newcastle. And it's 2-0 Arsenal, Billy Bob.
Yeah, the central defence, I don't know what they were doing, what they were watching, what they were marking, but they were marking fresh air. And Kai Havertz, in a box full of black and white shirts, managed to find as much space as he wanted to tap it into an empty net. Poor clearance from Miley. It was aimless. They just played it straight back, crossing for the middle, and there was the goal. It was a shocking defending, I've got to say.
Oh, yeah, just awful. Martinelli manages to make a run from the left wing, Billy, to the right-hand side.
That clearance there, look, that's just
that's just hitting hope from Miley. It's just pathetic. It's up in the air. There's nothing there. Jorginho plays a wonderful ball in here for Martinelli, clearly onside. What's Botman doing? He switches off. He's jogging. And Trippier sees Havertz as well in front of him, and he's just watching him.
Well, Cher's come too far across as well.
He has, yeah.
I mean, the only one you can't blame is Livramento, really.
I mean, it's awful defending.
Really
Karius has got no chance. I mean, 6-yard line, he's just buried that. I mean, he's got nothing in front of him.
Hung out to dry. Terrible defending by both centre-halves and Trippier, who can all see. I don't know what Cher's gone that far across the pitch for. I don't know, really don't. And Trippier hasn't followed across. It's shocking.
This could be a very, very, very bad afternoon or evening for Newcastle United. We're not even 25 minutes in. We're 2-0 down. I would be very surprised if our possession is even near 10% right now, Billy.
Yeah, I agree. It could be single figures.
It's awful. It is awful.
The players don't seem to know what they're doing.
Arsenal will want a hatful tonight. They will want a hatful against us.
Yeah, they just don't seem to know what they're doing, do they? You know, it's always saying do these shape changes, but surely they've got to train with them. These look like they've just been told today they're playing 4-5-1, not train with it. And it's awful.
Toon Trucker, thanks for your super chat. He says this is a shit show. I mean, I know it's Arsenal, Billy, but we've got to do more. We've got, those players are not, we've got players who can pass the ball around and play a decent game of football. We shouldn't be swamped like this. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
No, we should have 2 extra men in midfield. It looks like they've got the 2 extra men.
Oh, well, it looks like they've got extra men all over the pitch at the minute, the way they're knocking it around. Saliba now, back to Jorginho, he's the engine room for Arsenal tonight. There's no doubt about it. More than what Declan Rice has been. He is Saka now. Saliba clips it over the top. And Cher has to turn. I'm not too sure. Have they swapped over sides, Cher and Botman there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Don't know why. But
they have. Botman's gone to the right side of defence, Cher to the left, so he's playing inverted now, centre backs.
Yeah.
Cher.
Weird.
Oh, that's awful from Cher. Oh, the guard. And it could be another one. How is that not 3-0? What are we doing, man?
Why have you switched the centre halves round? I just don't understand.
I don't know, but I don't know what the hell Fabian Cher's doing. He's watching Ødegaard come to him, and then he just gives him the sudden fucking ball.
Yeah, that's awful.
Toon Gamer, thanks for your super chat. They are playing through the lines easily. I mean, great play there by, I think it's Longstaff getting back to save the day there. Yeah. Otherwise, Havertz has another tap in, Billy.
But this is it. When we start going behind, Eddie Howe panics. He starts changing things. You don't change 2 centre halves to the side of the pitch where they're not comfortable on.
Well, it's madness. It's crazy.
Anyway, Eddie Howe does this.
Yeah, he does. Rice with a corner, Karius collects and does very well with it. And try will settle down. I mean, Jesus wept. I mean, there's no. I mean, they swapped again now. Botman's gone back. I mean, I saw Cher and Botman have a conversation there before the corner, so I don't know. But this is. I mean, we've got the ball now. For how long? I mean, hell only knows.
I mean, maybe Eddie Howe didn't tell him to do that, and we don't know, do we? But
I mean, Botman's screaming for somebody to come back and get the ball. Longstaff, nice touch by Bruno. Now we can get on the attack with Almiron. Almiron through the middle. It's a terrible ball for Isak. He's never going to get to that, and Arsenal have the ball back again.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Just didn't hit it hard enough, did he?
No, Ray clears, but he only clears as far as now Fabian Cher. Cher inside to Botman. Botman to Bruno. Back to Botman. I mean, he's playing Bruno deep again, Billy. Why go back to that when it's been working so well with Bruno further forward? It's crazy. Here's Anthony Gordon now. Inside again to Botman. Botman, left-footed ball is a brilliant ball out to the right-hand side to Kieran Trippier now. Inside to Miggy, who's in the box. Chance here for Almiron. Cuts back onto his left, swings in a cross. It's a great cross for Gordon, and it's good defending by Ben White to get it away. That is our first real attack of the game. And Longstaff falls over, and Declan Rice brings it away for Arsenal. Striding over the halfway line is Declan Rice. And Trippier is there to intercept the ball.
That should be Newcastle as well, shouldn't it?
I think it's double ricocheted there, Billy, to be honest. Good cross up by Miggy, Billy, for Gordon there, but out jumped by Ben White.
Yeah, Miggy, when he's got the ball, hasn't done too badly tonight.
Nope.
One of the few that hadn't.
But Arsenal have it back in possession on the halfway line with Jorginho just playing a little bit of 1-2 with Kiwior.
It's no good standing there. Someone's got to go to the ball, surely.
Yeah. We're just letting them have the ball. They're just ticking the seconds over. Kiwior now back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Ria. Ria then launches one forward for Arsenal. Oh, again! How is Havertz getting through there? But good goalkeeping by Karius. And he clears the ball brilliantly. Read that brilliantly. But again, Billy, a simple ball over the top. And we've been split wide open again.
Yeah, this time it wasn't down the flanks. It was straight in the middle. You know, so the gap as wide as the Atlantic Ocean there.
Dear me, that's a foul. No. Oh, he has given a foul.
He's waited till he ran away with the ball. That's pathetic.
And again, it's on Jorginho. No card for Bruno, but a free kick.
He's saying it's my first one, don't book us. It probably was a free kick, but why did it take so long to give it? Yeah. Here's a free kick, no doubt about it.
Yeah, takes him out.
Why is he waiting until he's run 5 yards away before we give it? Is it because Arteta put his hand up and screamed for it?
Yeah, shut up, Lego head. For fuck's sake. Half an hour gone. It has not been a great half an hour for Newcastle United, guys, unfortunately. Nearly 1,900 watching. Thank you so much for joining Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Please do subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner, click on that logo, click subscribe, and come and be part of this incredible community. Saka now, as Ben White goes rolling off the ball. Jorginho for Arsenal. Spins. Ball through to Ødegaard. Saka now. Saka then plays it Ødegaard. Beautiful back heel to Saka. Gets to the byline. Cross comes in. Oh! Well, Martinelli came in from nowhere, Billy. I didn't think Martinelli stood a chance of getting his head to that, but he did. But it goes like a bullet over the bar.
It was wonderful football, though, wasn't it? I don't think Jorginho's given the ball away yet, but the little interplay between Ødegaard and Saka was fantastic. And the header was just, well, the ball was too high for him, but that was a superb little back heel from Ødegaard to get Saka in. You've got to applaud good football, and that was really good football, you've got to say.
Yeah, I think had Martinelli actually missed that, Billy, Arsenal had a man at that. I think it was Declan Rice further behind him. Yeah, who may have had a better opportunity there to score, but wow, I mean, dear. Here's Bruno on the ball with a free kick. Botman inside and out to Longstaff, who has Trippier on the far side here. Trippier. 9 attempts on goal for Arsenal, 3 on target, nothing from Newcastle United in the first half an hour. That tells you all you need to know about how this game is going at the moment. Gordon, that's a foul, surely, referee. Gordon stayed down with the referees said play on. And Miley's given chase on Saliba here.
It's no advantage there, ref. We'll have the free kick, please.
Well, I didn't think there was an advantage there, but according to Paul Tierney, there was. And Arsenal get on with it now with Ødegaard. I think Gordon's back on his feet now. He is indeed. Jorginho now, with all the time in the world to bring the ball forward for Arsenal. Clips it to the other side to Kiwior. Then it's into Martinelli. Martinelli now. Arsenal fans seem to be getting up and applauding on 32 minutes. I'm not sure what that is for. If anyone knows, please let us know. As Kiwior has it again on the left-hand side to Martinelli. Inside to Declan Rice. Rice has support from Jorginho, who in turn knocks it back to Gabriel. I mean, it's a training game for Arsenal, this, Billy. It's just training.
Yeah, it's pitiful, really. We're standing up. We're 2 goals down. We must have a go, mightn't we?
Well, exactly. Have I gone, Billy? I'm back.
No, still there. Doing it again. No, he's not keep that in. He did keep it in.
No, he didn't. The ref said he didn't. And I'll go with the referee, Billy. It's goal kick to Newcastle United. If you just joined us, just over 33 minutes gone in the game. It is Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. And it's been basically Arsenal possession after possession after possession. We've offered nothing yet. And again, we're knocking it around at the back here. And Bruno's just kicked it straight out of play. Tries then to win a free kick. No, Bruno, that was just awful, Sunshine.
Yeah, look, he didn't get booked for diving there.
I mean, that's shocking, that, wasn't it? Dear me.
Look, he didn't get booked for diving because it was an obvious dive, and the ref could have easily pulled his yellow card out for that.
I mean, he didn't go down till the ball went out to play anyway, so I don't know how he's trying to get a free kick from that. That is a bit laughable. Short corner from Arsenal. Ødegaard back to Jorginho now on the edge of the box. Inside now to Ødegaard. Gets the cut in on his left. Swings it in. Headed away by Cher. Rice plays it over the top looking for Saka. Good header away by Almiron. Playing at left back position all of a sudden here. Jorginho. Saliba back to Jorginho again. Arsenal players just hungry for the ball. They want goals here, you can tell.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a bit disappointed with how we're feeding the ball to Gordon. Gordon keeps getting the ball with his back to goal, to his feet. Yep. He wants it in behind the defender. No point giving it to him short, and every time he's been kicked and he's lost the ball.
We're not playing it in front of anybody, to be honest.
No, we're not, no.
There's the ball down the line again, looking for Havertz. Botman comes across and deals with it. Havertz may let this roll out. He doesn't. He plays it into Martinelli, who's unmarked here. Martinelli spins back onto his right foot, plays it back to Jorginho, about 35 yards out, clips it over the top, looking for Havertz. Trippier heads it. Why? How long does it take Sean Longstaff to try and get that ball, Billy?
Stood there watching it, didn't he?
That is awful. I mean, Trippier heads it down to Longstaff, and Sean just stands there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Martinelli thinks, right, well, you're going to do that, Sunshine. I'll go and take it. I mean, it was miles over the bar, but Christ on a bike.
Just no awareness of what's around them, any of them. It's shocking.
Karius again with the kick for Newcastle United. Trippier wins it this time. Bruno now. Ødegaard comes across and wins the ball. Toon Gamer, thanks for another super chat. He says, done training all week for this crap. Yeah, you have to ask questions. You've trained all week. You're preparing for the game. Like Eddie said in his press conference, we're getting more training and we're getting better on the pitch. Not in my eyes. Nothing has improved in these last few games at all, Billy.
Well, if they've been training on this system all week, I don't know who they've been training against. Is it against the dummies or what? Because
well, yeah. I mean, Bruno's lost it again there. Trippier Cher comes across. Bruno's been awful this half, Billy. I mean, I
don't think I've seen him worse in a Newcastle shirt, I'll be honest. It's been dreadful.
He's lost the ball.
Again, that ball again to Gordon, look.
Yeah, back turned, but he does brilliantly.
He did really well.
He's been brought down again. This time it is a free kick.
But Gordon doesn't want the ball there. He wants it in beyond the defenders.
Well, yeah. We just don't... Every ball we've played forward tonight, Billy, has been in that position where our forward players have got to try and turn. Instead of being played through, they've got to try and turn, and it doesn't work like that. We can't play like that. Here's Botman again. Slides it. Oh, again, Longstaff, 3 years. Terrible ball by Botman, to be fair. And we somehow get away with it for now. But here's Martinelli. Back to Rice. Havertz, sorry. And it's an awful touch by Havertz, thank God. Here we are now to Martinelli again. Martinelli back to Rice. Rice to Jorginho. What are we doing, Billy?
No, we're at 6s and 7s.
I mean, that's just simple passing. That's just simple, ridiculous passing.
I mean, Botman's brain there to pass it to Longstaff, who needs 2 or 3 seconds to realise what's going on in the first place, is bad enough. It was a poor pass. And then Longstaff, obviously, isn't going to get to it because he's too slow in the uptake.
It's ridiculous.
It's brain dead football at times. It really is.
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys. We've just ticked over to 27,500 subscribers. We now need 500 more for 28,000. Martinelli clips it into the box. 2 players go for the one ball there from Newcastle. Saka twisting and turning. How has he got through there? It's a great save from Karius. But how does he go through 3 Newcastle players to get a shot in?
Loris Karius must be thinking, what have I done to deserve this? This is absolutely shambles in front of me. He's got Liverman turned front. Really. He's got Gordon helping him as well. Gordon gets a foot in, but then bottles out of it. Yeah, it's not great.
It's a really good save from Karius, by the way.
Terrific save. Terrific save. It really is.
And it's a corner to us.
Yeah, they're dangerous from these.
God. 7 minutes to half time, and it couldn't come quick enough for Newcastle right now. Awful. In it comes from Saka. Right to the far post. It's cleared away. And Bruno will bring it away for Newcastle. Just get rid. Just get rid.
Blocked his pass off. I did one in the end.
Oh, Trippier's given it straight back. It's awful. And then Shea just volleys it forward and manages to find Almiron. Almiron to Isak. Now, can we get something going forward? It's blocked. And it's a throw into Newcastle United. Well, at least we didn't give the ball away there, Billy, which makes a nice change.
Almiron's the brightest spark of the
He is the brightest spark tonight. And I'm not, you know what? I'm not too ashamed to say it either. He has been the brightest spark tonight. He's trying to do something, but he's trying to make things work. But, you know,
again, it's just obviously it's a tactic to get Gordon in short. But look, now he's stood in the middle of the park doing nothing.
Yep, and now our centre backs slid across to Bruno now. Bruno goes past Saka. Bruno still. Saka brings him down. Free kick, Newcastle. But again, he's hanging on the ball too long, Billy, for me.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's inviting the challenge, isn't he? That's the first time he's really done anything out of it, which is, it's very unlike Bruno. Very unlike him.
I mean, there's another one. Another one. That was a terrible pass from Shea to Bruno, but we managed to get the ball back, and it's back with Karius. But we said, Billy, we've been saying for weeks, if we play like we are against a better team, we will be punished. And that is happening exactly like this tonight. As Bruno now is down, he's took his left boot off. I'm not sure what the problem is here.
It was a good tackle from Rice. He was in on him sharpish, wasn't he?
It was a terrible pass. It was a hospital ball again. As Tini's coming across to the Newcastle bench here. He's having a word with the training staff. DJ, thank you for your super chat. Might be the worst one yet this season. One of the most cowardly performances I've seen from us. No one wants it, and we're just giving it away. It's a joke. I can't disagree, Billy.
No, he's 100% right. It is.
We've looked like a bunch of pansies out there tonight. Nobody's put a strong tackle in on any of the Arsenal players.
Very timid. It's very timid.
5 minutes to go till half time. And obviously there'll be I would think a bit of additional time for the goals, of course. Botman again, hanging on to it really late. And what are we doing here?
We're just playing ourselves into more and more trouble, aren't we? Every time we have the ball back there. And in the end,
it's shocking, man. And we have prepared for this for a week, Billy.
No, it looks like we've just been told today about it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Arsenal just bossing us. They're just bossing us. And none of our players are standing up to the plate here and saying, right, let's get stuck into them. Let's make it difficult for them. And again, straight to an Arsenal player. He is Saka now. Livramento, who I don't think's done too badly tonight. I thought he's done all right. But Arsenal are targeting every side of the pitch. They're not just coming down one side at the minute. As Raya goes long again towards Havertz, but Botman is there. Now down for Saka. Saka, he has an overlap from Ben White. He doesn't use him. He goes inside to Jorginho. Inside now to Declan Rice. Rice brings it forward. He's got Martinelli to his left. Martinelli now on the ball. Gives it back to Kiwior. Kiwior inside for Gabriel. Loads of space for Arsenal just to knock this ball around here. Yeah. Jorginho inside Ødegaard. Back to Havertz. Ødegaard. One-touch football from Arsenal. Saka. In comes the cross to the back post for Rice. Rice nods it down. Havertz. Down to Rice, but a handball. A wonderful save by Karius, by the way. Off to his left, but the whistle had already gone for a handball by Havertz, Billy.
Rice and Jorginho are totally running this game. The both of them have been fantastic in the middle of that park. 2 against 3, sometimes 5, and they're running the roost. They really are. Rice in the past 10 minutes has been absolutely phenomenal. The whole game, Jorginho has been really, really good. It's men against boys. This is the minute.
12 attempts for Arsenal, 4 on target, nothing yet for Newcastle United. I mean, I don't get this dilly-dally and passing at the back, Billy. It's just creating so many problems for us. I think Miggy's offside here, but he's through in on goal. Almiron!
Take it first time, you
almighty.
What's he doing?
Offside flag went up anyway, Billy, but it was an awful finish by Miggy's hands. But he got away with it. Nah, I don't even know what he was trying to do anyway. Here's Kiwior for Arsenal. No, sorry, it's Gabriel. And he just lays it to Declan Rice on the halfway line now. Rice inside to Jorginho. I think Arsenal had a number 9 on the pitch, Billy. I think the score could have been a whole lot more for Arsenal, to be honest.
Gabriel Jesus must be sitting on the bench thinking I could get 6 or 7 tonight against these.
Yeah.
That's offside.
Saka's offside. Couple of minutes to go, about a minute and a half to half time. Or well, 45 minutes, and then we'll see what additional time. I hope there's not much. Christ Almighty! I mean, I don't even know what Eddie says. I don't even know what Eddie says in the dressing room. He's got to do something.
Well, it's individual errors. I mean,
yeah. I mean, he can't do anything about that, can he?
No, the second goal was just bad luck, and the first goal was, just individual errors, and the costing us. Oh,
ball over the top for Isak there, but Rhea's miles off his line and does very well there to clear the ball. Good goalkeeping that from the Arsenal goalkeeper, aware of the ball over the top, and he was out like a flash. I mean, Christ, they've got Nketiah, Jesus, Trossard, all on the bench tonight. I mean, yeah, doesn't even bear thinking about this second half if we play as bad as this. Fabian Schär on the ball now, just outside his own penalty area. Trippier launches one forward, looking for the run of Almiron. It's a beautiful ball by Trippier, but again, look how quick Rhea's off his line there.
Well,
realised his defender wasn't going to get the ball, and he was out like an absolute speeding train.
Good goalkeeping, very good goalkeeping.
Here's Almiron now for Newcastle. Plays it to Bruno. Bruno across to Tino Livramento now. Newcastle having a rare attack in this game here. Gordon on the left-hand side. Cuts in on his right again. He's got Bruno in support here. Here is Bruno. Trippier's made a good run to the right-hand side, but it was picked up by Martinelli. Ball bouncing around, and it's come loose to Bruno there. But again, Arsenal just clear the ball. But this is a good little spell from Newcastle here. Bruno goes back to Botman. Botman does well to keep that because it was blasted back to him. Schär, that's a brilliant ball out to the left-hand side. We've never seen that at all in the first half. Here's Gordon. He's got an overlap from Livramento. Gordon, though, shut down and has to sprint back to get his own, to get the ball back. And the turn is back to Botman, who's closed down by Ødegaard, who waves his players forward. As Karius now in his D, plays it right to Schär. 45 minutes are up. We've got 3 minutes of injury time, guys.
First time and a half had a prolonged spell of possession, this is. And then we're in the 45th minute.
Botman is so hesitant on the ball at the minute, Billy. It just... And then again, there's that ball into Anthony Gordon. And again, Gordon's taken down by Ben White. I mean, Gordon's been knocked around in this first half, Billy, because he's getting hospital passes every single time.
Yeah, when he's running towards the ball, he wasn't running away from it. That's the key to it all. You're not going to be able to use your pace if you're running towards the ball all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's got to be a tactic from the manager to tell him to do that.
See, look at Botman when he's getting the ball, Billy. He's like goes to give it 3 times before he actually passes it. I mean, I think Arsenal have just decided that they're happy with 2-0 at half time.
Gordon played it back then, and I thought he was going to spin and go, but he just stood there.
Yeah.
It's not just like 1 or 2 players. It's all of them. They're all lackadaisical, not asked, and it is a cowardly performance.
Yep. David R., thank you for your super chat. 1 week between games, and we are playing much worse. Yeah, you can't argue with that. That's a great ball, but Trippier this time is offside. And
shouldn't be offside there. You said the whole of the line to look across.
Yeah. Final minute of additional time before the referee decides to blow for half time, and it's been rotten, Billy. Luton Forest, Bournemouth, says Stick Ice, and now this. Amazing tactics, Eddie. I mean, I'm sorry, but you do have to look. I mean, what have we planned for in this game? What was the training all week? What have we tried? What have we planned for? Because
we all call for formations, but if the manager then goes and plays it, you think, well, they must have planned for it. They must have trained for it. And it just looks like they've been told it before they went out today, and just do what you can. It's shocking.
I mean, there's the Newcastle fans giving it the full welly vocally, but the players just not responding on this pitch at all. As Schär and Havertz jump for the ball, Havertz complains he was fouled. I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, the 3 minutes are up. We should see half-time here. We're just seeing a replay of the ball. I mean, Schär's done nothing wrong there, but he does throw Havertz to the floor, to be fair. But we'll take that one. Half-time. Parkmeister, thank you for signing up to Members Club, matey. Much appreciated. Thank you for your support. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. Billy?
It's been 45 minutes of abject from Newcastle United. Been men against boys, one team in it, and we're lucky it's only two. We're lucky to have nil, actually. We've been absolutely awful.
Yeah, absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. And Billy, the thing is, the worry is Arsenal's bench. I mean, yes, we've got some players on the bench who could maybe try and change it a little bit. I'm not so sure, though, because Arsenal are just... I mean, yeah, we can bring players on, but I don't know what the tactic was for today. I don't know what I don't know what the game plan is, Billy.
Well, we know we all said 4-5-1 to start with, and we're glad to see it when it started like that. But they just stood there and stood in the 4-5-1 and not pressed the ball, not done anything. It was sat back and allowed them to come on to us. No competition in the middle of the park where the 5 men are there for. Yeah, and there are 2 in there. Royce and Jorginho have been phenomenal, fair enough. But there should be at least 3 marking the 2 of them, and they should be able to outman them, surely. You know, it's as if we've got into today and Eddie Howe said, right, lads, 4-5-1. No training in midweek. Nothing. And it's just foreign to us. It looks foreign to us. Looks like we're playing a different sport to them.
Listen, I think some people in the chat need to realise, guys, that, you know, this has been how we've been playing for the last few weeks. This isn't just tonight. We've been playing this badly for quite some time now and got away with it. And I've said that on many a show. And people are saying, oh, you know, we're picking up points where we've not lost in certain games. But listen, when you come up to play the better teams like Arsenal, you will get punished if you play the same way. We are not playing well. We haven't played well for quite some time now. Take your bloody blinkers off. You are allowed to criticise, guys. It doesn't mean you hate Newcastle. You can criticise.
I'd like to win at half time for Miley and get a bit of energy in the middle of the park, a bit of pace.
Who, sorry, Billy?
Willock for Miley is a change I'd make now, now, and get a bit of pace and energy in the middle of the park, because until we have that, then we ain't going to go nowhere in this game.
Yeah. Southern Geordie says, pathetic, spineless, shocking, weak, clueless and inept. You know it's grim when Havertz scores against you. Absolutely. Ian says, take the shirts off them at half-time, send them home. The game plan is Bruce Ball. Hey, I mean, we're showing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jeffrey says, hey, Paul, is there another way to become a member? Just if you're on iOS, I think join button's there. It should be underneath me and Billy. You just click join and sign up to the membership that way. If not, go to Instagram, look for the Toon Review, click on the link in our bio on there, and that'll take you to a desktop version of YouTube, and you'll be able to sign up to membership there. We've got a super chat coming from Keith Truscott. He says, we've been utterly schooled tonight, sitting back, letting Arsenal come on to us as suicide, and I'm sorry Miggy is up to shite. Anyway, Stato joins us. Alex, nothing great about that half. Do you actually know what the game plan is?
I don't think we've got the personnel to execute the game plan. I mean, I think there's 2 things. It's 2 massive things that have obviously just not worked. It's A, Longstaff and Miley don't have the physicality for this game. And B, our centre-halves keep switching off and the defensive communication is a bit bad, which normally isn't that bad. So it's those 2 points. We're conceding all the possession. We're not winning any second balls. I think this is one of the worst games I've seen from Longstaff under Howe. You know,
the midfield hasn't turned up. The midfield has been awful. I mean,
Sean Longstaff has basically he's worked so hard in the last sort of 2.5 to 3 years, and I think this game is basically going to close the door on any sort of England career that may or may not have been. I think he's just basically showing that he can't do it at that level. Once the opposition is of a higher quality, what we need in this game is Tonali, Joe Linton, Willock, and for the centre halves to not fall asleep. And then we're in this game, but obviously we haven't got the personnel available. People have fallen asleep. I actually really like Karius' performance so far. I think he's been fine.
Karius has been superb. He's been excellent.
Gordon is doing really well. Miggy, again, is doing all the right things up until he messes up the final thing, which is what he normally does.
To be fair, Alex, he did put a really good cross in.
But again, he's doing really good things. Then the last bit lets him down. It reminds me of Dwight Gale. It was all very much, he was getting all the opportunities. It just wouldn't quite. It's very similar to that. Gordon's been really good. Isak has been trying to hold the ball up a little bit.
Isak's just frozen out the game at the minute.
There's not a lot Isak can do.
Ian Childers, Bruno's having a really bad game, Alex. He's been really poor.
He's a little bit on his own, isn't he? So
he is, but he's
but when Bruno picks the ball up, Sean Longstaff just stands there.
I know, Alex, but at the same time, Bruno's holding on to the ball too long. He's getting knocked off the ball a lot.
People need to move. People need to move and make themselves available.
Botman just. I don't know what's happened to him. He looks so frightened of having the football. He's going to pass it two or three times, and then
you've got to remember he's a young lad, and I think unfortunately, I think the mentality and the feeling is it's catchable, and he's feeling a bit. When he first joined us, he was a confidence monster. He didn't care. He was a mentality monster, and now he does seem like he's a little bit rattled by our own performances, and maybe he believes that we're struggling, and he doesn't. He needs to believe in himself because he's got that.
They all need to step up. Ian Chilvers, thank you very much for gifting 5 Toon Review memberships. That is incredibly kind, my friend. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Shane over there in Australia says, also think fans need to stop with these Miley comparisons to Foden, etc. Yeah, he's decent, but you can tell he's out of his depth in games like this.
Oh, he will be really good.
Yeah, but I take his point, though. I take his point.
Yeah.
Ian Spoon says Botman and Shah have been awful. They have. I mean, just really off it. Botman and Bruno, absolute crap tonight, says Southern Geordie. What I wanted, Alex, me and Billy have mentioned this in commentary in the first half, right? And we've been saying, Eddie said on his press conference, right, about having a week to train for games. Okay. Now we've had a full week to prepare for this game. What have we been doing? What have we been preparing for? Because there's no evidence on that pitch tonight that we've been training for any. Nobody has put a strong tackle in either.
Yeah, look, I think this screams of, all right, lads, your day off's cancelled, get back in, you're running laps. That's what this game screams of. Even if we get back into it, that's not good enough. We've had 0 XG because we've had 0 shots, which is unacceptable. It's just, no, that's just not good enough. 36% with 0 shots in the first half. I appreciate that players like Gordon and stuff are trying to get us into the game. But that isn't good enough. Yeah, they're going to get an absolute beast in for this, and they deserve it because it's just not good enough at this level. Longstaff just standing, heels rooted to the floor, waiting to receive passes when we're just in front of our 18-yard box. It's not good enough. We need a bit more energy, physicality, trying to win the second balls. I think it's a basic team talk for Eddie Howe. Show up or you're in big trouble.
Well, can I ask you what Gordon's done that's been so good? Because all I've seen him do is come short of the ball, pass it back, or get tackled.
He's coming short to try and retain the ball and try and get 3 or 4 passes and move us up the pitch. It's not always worked, but he's one of the ones with a bit of urgency and trying to string those together.
But every time he's passed the ball back, he hasn't spun and gone in behind the fullback. He's just stood there. Every time.
Well, no, there was twice, and there were 2 occasions that he was brought down and we got free kicks, which moved us up the pitch.
Yeah, twice. But I just don't see what he's done anything. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's done anything.
I think it's been... I
don't think he's the root cause of it.
He's not the root cause of it.
Definitely not, no.
Definitely not the root cause of it.
Ian makes a good point. He says, it's not the manager's fault if the players don't perform. Now, what I would say is I agree with that. So Eddie now has to be ruthless and say, right, you've been absolutely shambolic in that first half. You're off. We've got substitutes on the bench now. We've got decent players on the bench who can come on. So at halftime, show your ruthlessness. Say to whoever you want, right, you've been absolutely shocking. I'm changing it. You sit your ass down. You get yourself on and prove yourself. He's got to be ruthless like that, Billy. So surely.
Well, for the first change I'd make straight away is Miley off and Willock on. We need some energy in the middle of that park. They can't just stand off them for the next 45 minutes. We need someone with a bit of pace to get amongst them. I know Willock isn't a physical player, but just his presence alone, with the pace he's got, will be doing more than what Miley does. So, although Miley's only 17, he's going to be a good player. We all know this. But he's just a bit out of his depth tonight, and I think Willock's pace will help us in the middle of the park.
I mean, look, I've said for a while now that we haven't been playing well, and we've got away with a few results. Some people have argued with that. Some people have agreed with it. But I said, as soon as we come up against really good opposition, if we continue to play like this, they will make a mockery of us. And that first half was a mockery. It was a training session for Arsenal. Not one of those 11 for Newcastle has put in a good, strong challenge to try and rough Arsenal up a little bit. Not one. If anything, it's been the other way around, where Arsenal have got stuck into us and made it very difficult. We have shied away from everything on that pitch in the first half.
They've run it.
We've won 1 tackle. We've made 17 clearances and we've won 1 tackle.
Christ, 1 tackle. That's incredible. Keith, thank you for another super chat. He says, we've done nothing. Eddie has to do subs at half time, not 70 bloody minutes.
There's got to be half time changes.
Foxy says levels, that's all it is. However, the formation 4-5-1 was a terrible setup and has made it easy for Arsenal. We could play 10 in that midfield and would still get overrun. We've got no DM. Ryan says, what the F is going on with Botman? This has been happening the last few games now, but he needs to get a grip. I just don't know. I mean, look, we've been saying it's been Dan Burn. He's been worried about covering for Dan Burn. Burn is not there today. Livramento is. And, you know, he's still not doing. Hippie says, we've been pretty shit since the draw in Paris. We've been off it for a while. We really have. And it's the thing is, it's a lot of people just with these fair weather fans with blinkers on who say, oh, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry. You know, it's not that bad. We are not playing well. I don't care what anybody says. We have decent players on the pitch, but for some reason, it's not happening at the minute.
Well, there is a reason for it. It's the personnel. It's the Pope, Joe Linton, Tonali, Willock, Anderson. Those are the players that we were missing. It's to play the way we try to play, that identity, the pressing, the sweeper keeper, the domination, the destroyer in midfield. We haven't got any of that right now. So we're trying to play that way without any of the important pieces. It's just, of course, it's not going to work against the top side.
There's still some very good footballers on that pitch who should be performing better than
which is why I agree. That's why that's why I've just said,
yeah,
the day off's cancelled. If they had one, you're in, because that's also not good enough. You know, fair enough. We probably were going to lose this anyway. However, that's still not good enough. There are still basics.
It's the way you lose, Alex. That's bothering me.
I mean, be doing better than that.
I know the question can't be asked as why has Dubravka played the past 5 or 6 weeks with his style of keeping when we've seen Carrier's sweeper keeping tonight?
Yeah. I mean, he's looked fine so far, hasn't he?
And, you know, he was really unfortunate for that first goal because I think he made a brilliant save from the initial header. And then it was just a shit show trying to clear the ball. And then the second goal, obviously, he's got absolutely no chance with. But he's made some very, very good saves apart from that. He looks a lot more solid, I have to say, a lot more solid. Miley's touched the ball about 8 times. Adnan says the whole team is just standing there. Stu says, so very predictable. We are a shadow of the team that dominated games last season. Why? Well, injuries does step up for that for me. I mean, you know, we've got some very dominating players not in the side. But I think Joe Linton is a huge miss. Absolutely massive. And it just proves what a special player Joe Linton has turned into in that
just
position.
Him. Just an athletic midfielder. We just don't have an athletic midfielder. Anderson, Willock or Joe Linton. Obviously, Joe Linton's got that dominating strength and destroyer sort of trait, but Willock and Anderson have got energy and tenacity and athleticism. And Miley and Longstaff don't have that really. Miley might develop it, but he doesn't look like he's going to with his stature and how he looks, how he runs and moves. We just need a bit of that. I mean, I don't know if Willock's fit enough to play 45. Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but he might have to at this rate.
Well, they're just about to come on the pitch, Alex, so we will catch you at full time, my man, and see what happens in this second half.
Fingers crossed we get a goal back.
Yeah. Cheers, matey. So that was Alex. He'll be back with us at full time, of course, to sum up if anything changes in this half. I'm just trying to see if there's any changes. We're just getting the TV advertisers coming on the screen at the minute with a few lightning shots there, Billy.
Yeah.
Avina, thank you very much as Arsenal take to the pitch. Thank you for your super chat. Joe Linton values rises every game he's out. That's a certainty, mate. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Jack Chamberlain, thank you for your super chat. He says, I'll make 5 subs. That was a disgrace. I mean, he's got to show some sort of ruthlessness here, Billy. He's got to, surely.
Well, but Miley Willock's, it's obvious, isn't it? It's like for like, but with a lot more energy. I'm not sure else what he can do, really. I mean, maybe Burn for Botman. That could be a shout, I guess.
Yeah, possibly. Well, we're taking the field. And it doesn't look like we've made any personnel changes. Willock's there on the bench.
Yeah,
we haven't made any changes, Billy. I'm sorry, but how can you play like that in the first? Do you think the likes of Guardiola, etc., would have settled for a first half like that and not made any changes?
No, absolutely not.
Not a chance in hell. Over 2,200 watching, guys. Thank you again for joining Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review as the second half gets underway for our Matchday Live show. Do subscribe if you're new to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Come and be part of our incredible community as we head towards 28,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Don't forget, guys, keep hitting that like button as well. It's very important for the channel to keep those likes in there so we stay up there in the search results on YouTube so the fellow fans like yourselves can find the channel and hopefully subscribe in the future. Immediately, well, Gordon jumps for a header and completely misses it, and it goes out for an Arsenal throw-in. I don't see what keeping the same players on the pitch, Billy, is going to do.
No, I don't, unless there's a difference in impetus and the way we're playing, but so far it doesn't look like that, I've got to say. 2 given balls straight away, giving the ball away cheaply. It's started as it finished as first, to be honest.
QER now has the ball for Arsenal, knocks it back to Gabriel. Gabriel up to Jorginho. Nice little touch by him to QER. Back to Jorginho. Sorry, that's Martinelli, not Jorginho. 2 small, very similar sized players there. John Sorby, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. That is very kind, my friend. Saka turns inside of Livramento. Livramento sticks with him, but Saka does very well. This is trouble for Newcastle. Havertz is offside, surely. He's put it wide. Oh, my God.
No flag.
There's no flag. That is awful from Kai Havertz. And, I mean, it should be 3-0, Billy.
Well, let's see if he is offside or not. Because I thought he was.
Ooh, it's very close.
Don't think he is. I think he was
no, it's an awful miss. I mean, again, had they had a striker on the pitch, this would be a very, very different scoreline here. I mean, it's just, you know, we could be 3-0 down within the first kickoff of the second half, and the game's completely gone.
What I will say is Carrius did really well to come out with the angles. It's about all you can say about that.
Yeah, he did. QER now back to Gabriel, who has literally just been sat there smoking a cigar in the first half.
Rinse repeat, isn't it?
Yeah. However, we have won that back from Declan Rice here. Bruno, beautiful ball to Isak, and Isak he just can't. Where's the backup? Oh, dear me!
What a pass from Bruno Guimaraes that was.
Oh, what an incredible ball in, and suddenly a sight of goal, but still we don't get a shot at goal, Billy.
Yeah, why is
even when we clean through?
Why is that didn't swing his right foot at that? I'll never know. But he took it wide, further wide, and in the end, it was crowded out, wasn't he?
Yeah. Here's Havertz again for Arsenal. Out to the left-hand side here for Martinelli. Martinelli has an overlap from QER. Changes and goes inside to Jorginho. Jorginho again just calmly plays it to Martinelli, to Gabriel. QER. Again, they're just looking for that killer run, that killer pass. But we're not pressing them, Billy. We're not trying to get the ball back.
No, it's just
we're 2-0 down, for God's sake.
So passive, aren't we? Look at that from Jorginho. He's just mastering the game, isn't he?
Yeah, lovely header down. Saka. That's 2 handballs by Livramento, but none of them given. And now we can strike forward with Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side. Gordon's in acres of space as he heads towards the penalty area. He needs men up with him. Gordon takes the shot. It's well held by Ria, but we actually finally get a shot, Billy.
Yeah, we've got a shot on target, but I mean, Gordon didn't exactly approach the box with great gusto, did he? He was he waited for him to get back, and then it was a good shot. It was in the corner if Ria not got to it.
But he didn't really have anybody getting up with him. There was only Isak in the box.
I thought he was got his head down and gone through the middle, you know.
But that's better. That is better, Billy.
Yeah, well played from Livramento to set him up, even though he was aiding with his hands.
I don't know how he didn't get done for a handball there. Who gives a shit, though? I feel like I should be playing the goal scoring music for a shot, Billy. That's how bad this has been. Long throw by QER, straight to Fabian Schär, who in turn goes to Botman. Sven Botman now plays it forward to Miley. Miley turns out to the left to Anthony Gordon. I think we've done more in the first 5 minutes of this second half than we did in the whole of the first. Gordon to Livramento, back to Miley, to Livramento, back to Botman on the halfway line. Quickly shifts it across now to Fabian Schär. Schär inside to Trippier. Trippier now, Longstaff. Comes to Bruno, though, and I'm not sure where Bruno's going with that, but Gordon will get it on the far side. Gordon has Ben White to deal with in front of him. Gordon skips around him brilliantly. Good run that by Anthony Gordon, but Jorginho came in and Saka eventually clears it away.
Oh, dear me. Jorginho's given a 10 out of 10 performance for Arsenal. I mean, I don't like to praise the opposition, but he's been absolutely phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Both
and he's not always been flavour of the month with the Arsenal fans either. They've been disappointed sometimes when he's in the side, but he's been absolutely phenomenal tonight.
I'm not a fan of his. I've got to be honest. He's a bit of a worky ticket, isn't he? But he's been brilliant tonight.
Again, I guess, though, Billy, one of those players that you'd probably love to have in your starting 11.
He'd be terrific for us, wouldn't
he? Yeah. Karius plays it down the field. Isak out-jumped. He's gone down, Isak. And indeed, the free kick's been given. That's the first time in this game, Billy, that I've seen Isak try and rough one of the centre-backs up.
Yeah, he did put challenging, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's won a free kick from it as well. And rightly so.
Slap in the face, that's why.
Yeah, slap in the face. But this is a good position for a free kick to put this into the danger area here. Trippier's inside, just over the halfway line, inside the centre circle. There's no way Havertz is 10 yards back there, by the way. And Trippier points that out to referee Tierney. In comes the free kick for Newcastle United. Players sprawling all over the place. It's bouncing around, but eventually cleared by Kiwior. And Kieran Trippier will now pick the ball up for Newcastle. Plenty time to have a look around and see what he wants to do with it. He sees the run of Anthony Gordon. It's well played by Saliba forward for Arsenal. Saka takes it down, spins. Nice play by Saka to set Ødegaard away. Ødegaard now, he's got Kieran Trippier in front of him. Lays it back to Declan Rice. Rice inside now for Jorginho. In turn to Ben White. Cuts inside, lays it up to Jorginho again. Back in front, inside again to Saka. He will play it across to Kiwior on this left-hand side. Down to Martinelli now. Martinelli runs into the box, goes to the byline, skips around Longstaff. I mean, what the hell? I mean, Longstaff, that's a good foul to get by Miggy.
Well, Trippier didn't get back across the right back, did he? Even after that free kick.
Well, no, but look when Martinelli kicks the ball to the byline here.
I know.
Longstaff sort of just gives up.
Well, he's too quick for him, isn't he? He's not a right back, but why it took Trippier that long to get across to this side of the pitch, I'll never know. It wasn't even a free kick on the left-hand side. It was in the middle of the park.
Indeed. There's Eddie giving instructions, but I see plenty of Newcastle players out there warming up, Billy. Coming up to 52 and a half minutes gone, and it's still Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. Should have actually been 3-0, but Havertz missed.
That's an awful jump from Cher.
Well, you're always going to get penalised for that. I mean, he's been having a running battle with Havertz all game. And he hasn't always come off in first place, as Fabian Cher. As the Arsenal fans trying to create an atmosphere inside the Emirates by the looks of things. Well, they'll be very happy with their performance. I mean, they've got to be, considering they were complaining about the team before the start of the game. It's been very different, although I do still stick by my comment that if they had a striker on the pitch, it would have been even more. Here's Jorginho now. Gabriel brings it forward. He's got Martinelli out here on the left-hand side. Martinelli supported by Kiwior. Lays it in, but Kiwior leaves it to... That's a good play by Arsenal. Gabriel again on the ball now. Plays it inside to Jorginho. Just ticking along, but that's a very difficult ball for Kiwior to get to. And Trippier does his job, and the ball goes out for a throw-in by the corner flag. I thought he'd way overhit that Gabriel there, Billy, but Kiwior's quick.
Why is the camera always on that dipstick for?
Well, they're kind of like Lego, man, don't they? So...
Him and Klopp. I mean, every time you see an Arsenal or Liverpool game, you see 45 minutes of the bloody manager.
More of the manager than you do of the actual football on the pitch. Totally agree, Billy. Totally agree. Longstaff back to Trippier. Inside to Fabian Cher now. He's in his own penalty area. Cher plays it. Good ball into Miley now. Miley now plays it out the left-hand side. That's better football from Newcastle. And again, Anthony Gordon now racing it down, going against Ben White. He's got an overlap from Livramento. Plays it inside to Miley. Miley back to Gordon. That's a nice one too, but Saliba read that too easily. And Arsenal have the ball back now. Martinelli, that's a very good tackle from Botman. But the ball bounces out. And again, Longstaff is so slow, but Trippier isn't. And gets there and sets Miggy away now on the attack. Trippier straight back on his feet and making an overlap. Here is Kieran Trippier now. Longstaff, for me, he's got to come off, Billy. He's
look a donkey, isn't he?
He's sacked now on the edge of the box. It's a difficult, poor pass that to Miggy's. Stretched him a bit further wide. Trippier now will put in a cross. It's way too deep for everybody. Anthony Gordon will keep it in play, though. And, well, he's lost control of the ball. It runs out for a throw. That just sums up the way things have gone in this game, Billy, you have to say.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to do.
Longstaff, how is he still on the pitch, Billy? I know you mentioned Miley, but Longstaff, he's just so slow. He can't get to any ball right now.
I was just saying, look, Miley, because of the like-for-like position, I don't want to see Willett coming on the right-hand side of the middle of the park, but maybe Miley can go back to that position. He can get back to the right-hand side, which he's more comfortable in. Of course he is.
Mm. Oh, it's a lovely touch. It was a lovely touch by Havertz, but Martinelli not on the same wavelength there. And it comes to Fabian Schär. Across to Kieran Trippier now. Brings it over the halfway line for Newcastle. Into Almiron. Almiron turns. Sees the overlap from Kieran Trippier. Longstaff goes on a run to the byline. Trippier ignores him. Gives it to Bruno. Bruno back to Trippier. Trippier inside to Longstaff now. Back to Trippier. Inside to Bruno. Bruno head up. Looks for the killer pass here. But again, can't see a run.
No movement at all.
There isn't. No. Here's Almiron again. Trippier behind him. So Almiron goes back to Fabian Schär now. Schär back to Trippier. Get a cross in. Somebody cross the bloody ball. Here's Bruno. Isak touches it back now to Miley. Miley gives it to Livramento. Back to Botman.
Trying to walk the ball in.
Yeah. Schär across to Botman now. And Botman has to turn, and he's had to go back to Karius. My God. Oh. Schär now. He goes long, but it's to absolutely nobody. And Ray will collect that for Arsenal.
Abject.
Declan Rice now over the halfway line for Arsenal. Cuts back inside. Lays it into Jorginho. Right in the middle of the pitch now is the Italian for Arsenal. Lays it to Declan Rice. Rice brings it forward out to Martinelli on the left-hand side. Back inside to Kiwior. And across to, again, the engine room, which is Jorginho, to Ben White. White now. A lot of space. And he plays a lovely ball down the line for Saka. Saka against Botman. And Botman did well. That's better from Botman. And Saka tried to shoulder and barge him out the way, but I'm sorry, but the size difference there is huge, Billy.
100%. Yeah, he's been much better second half, Botman, I've got to say. I just wish Schär would get his head on because he's been really poor tonight as well.
Yep. I believe I've gone blurry on YouTube, Billy, so I'm just going to change my internet over, mate. Okay. 2 seconds.
Karius clears it long down the middle of the park, looking for the head of, it's just gone straight to the head of Gabriel, nods it down to Havertz and back to Jorginho. Jorginho goes all the way back to Raya. Raya he's going to try and he clears it. A bit of trickery first, but Livramento wins it off Saka. Back to Botman. He goes in the Newcastle half. Botman studying his options.
Yeah, I've got it back. But funny enough, Billy, I changed the internet over there and I didn't lose the stream. Very strange. However, not complaining. Oh, was that a foul? Yes, it was. Newcastle free kick. Little bit of a shirt pull by Jorginho there. I mean, I can't believe that, again, we're waiting so long to make a substitution, Billy. Why does this happen every game? And now Saka brings it forward. Saka, and that's way overhit there. That's a terrible ball by Saka. There's no way Havertz is going to get that. I mean, Havertz is slow as it is. Good evening, Doug. I hope you're well, mate. Please do keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner, just click on that logo and then hit subscribe. And don't forget to keep those likes coming in. Of course, you can donate to the channel by hitting the $sign underneath the live chat, and that will guarantee your comment to be read straight out as well. White with a header now, flicked on by Jorginho to Saka. I think he's been quiet tonight, Saka, Billy. I don't know about you, but the amount of possession Arsenal have had, I would have expected to see a bit more of Saka.
Well, I think Livramento defended him really well, I'll be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Kiwior brings it forward again for Arsenal to Martinelli. Back to Kiwior. Arsenal, of course, not in any hurry to go and get more goals, but I'm sure they'd like more.
They There'll be fitness issues with Newcastle soon. We've hardly had the ball, so chasing it all game. There's going to be some tired legs out there.
Coming up to the hour mark. Lots of poor touch by Miley, and Jorginho just says thank you very much. Brings Arsenal back on the attack again. Here's Ødegaard. Saka tries to chip the ball through for Ben White, but I think that's Miley over there doing well to win that back. Now Botman rolls it back to Karius, and Karius clears the ball. I've liked what I've seen from Karius, Billy. I have to say, he's been very solid. Very solid.
He has been very good, yeah. Been our best player by a long way.
Oh, Botman miskicks the ball and then has to head it. My God. Livramento does very well. And now it's back with Sven Botman, and he knocks it across to Fabian Schär, who can bring the ball out. In turn, gives it to Trippier on this right-hand side. But again, Trippier closed down by Martinelli. Back to Fabian Schär. And he in turn goes across to Botman. There's no urgency here, Billy, to get back in the game. And that's awful from Miley, but he gets away with it. Bruno was switched on there. Luckily, Havertz is so slow. I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd want Havertz off and Nketiah or Jesus on. They could have a field day. What a ball that is. Isak on the left-hand side now. Isak cuts inside of Ben White brilliantly. Isak just over the bar.
Yeah, well played, Isak. Well played, Bruno. Yeah, that's obviously the plan now. I think it looks like Isak and Gordon have switched, I believe. Isak's gone to left wing. What a pass. What a pick from Bruno.
Yeah,
50-yard pass.
Brilliantly taken down by Isak on his right foot. Skips inside Ben White. And rifles a shot just over the bar. That is much better.
Yeah, that's the best we've seen of Isak tonight by a long way.
Just slightly bobbled on him, that actually, didn't it? Just so he went to hit that. But still no changes for Newcastle United. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, Billy, but we're nearly 62 minutes and we haven't changed. We haven't brought any subs on. I think that's absolutely shocking. I really do. But we've said it time and time again. Trippier gets lucky this time with a ricochet.
Yeah.
Kiwior heads it on. Declan Rice is under that, but it bounces to Fabian Schär. Schär, a lot of pressure there. Botman, pressured by Ødegaard, does well to get it to Miley. Miley, nice ball out to Livramento now. NUFC 1892, thank you for your super chat. Why do we wait so long to make a change? Longstaff has been so poor. He needs to come off. Well, how have we ended up giving a free kick to Arsenal there? I do not know, Billy. But
Isak's definitely gone to left wing, no doubt about it.
And so there is substitutions. Barnes and Murphy are coming on.
I wonder if Isak could be the one coming off.
Well, Trossard's coming on for Arsenal as well. And he's coming on for Martinelli. I'm not too disappointed to see the end of Martinelli, by the way, but Trossard's a player in himself.
It'd be interesting to see who we take off here.
Yeah.
I hope we don't see Isak come off because I think he's been really well the last 10 minutes or so.
Well, he hasn't done that much running, to be out of gas, surely.
But of course, there's fitness issues though, so we'll see. I imagine Miggy's going to be one.
Well, Isak and Almiron are the two. How is Longstaff staying on this fucking pitch, man? I mean, that just says to me that he's given this game up, Billy. I'm sorry, but how is Longstaff not being taken off?
Well,
he has been shocking. I don't get it, Billy. There's no excuse. None. Dear me. Peter Dunn, thank you for your super chat. There's no comment there, but thank you very much for your donation to the channel. Here is Bruno for Newcastle. Plays it back to Fabian Schär now in the centre circle. I mean, surely Willock's fit enough to do 25 minutes, Billy. Otherwise, why put him on the bench?
Oh, that's terrible. Oh,
it's awful from Botman. Straight to Jorginho. Oh, Rice. And now Havertz. And now Saka. This is where Arsenal are very dangerous. Saka. Livramento staying with Saka onto his left foot and scores! Oh, my God! Oh, my God!
It's a wonderful finish. It really is.
I know, Billy, but the pass from Botman, man, was shocking.
Yeah, it was. Botman played us into all sorts of problems there. Livramento didn't know who was coming or going. He was expecting him to cut inside. He went for the cut inside. He went on the outside. Then he cut back on his right foot and right foot into the bottom of the put. Into his right foot. Was it right foot, left foot? and rifled it in. It's a terrific goal, but
this
poor
stupid
defence.
Commentator said Saka had been quiet as well. But what's this from Botman, Billy? It's
Awful.
just shambolic, man.
Yeah, he's trying to pass through the middle. There's no movement for him. He's got no one to pass to. But he panicked. No offside there. No, it's a wonderful bit of play from Saka. Goes on the outside, cuts back inside. I mean, Livermento's done all the way, hands up there. And it's a terrific finish into the bottom corner. Carries had no chance. But that's the first thing Saka's really done. And it goes through Cher's legs of the lines.
So many players in front of him.
What's Cher there?
What's Fabian Cher doing?
What's he got to do?
It actually deflects off Botman, Billy.
Yeah. He's had an absolute nightmare, hasn't he?
Oh, it's woeful, man. It's absolutely woeful. Don't worry, Loris, mate. It's not your fault. Jesus Christ, if it wasn't for you, it'd have been 7 by now. So don't worry about that, pal. Jesus H. Christ. Put a fucking Kinder Egg up my arse. Unbelievable shit, this.
I'll get Botman off the pitch now. He's been absolutely dire tonight.
There's just... I mean, I can't say anything. It's just rubbish. I mean, one of our midfielders who is literally non-existent in Longstaff somehow gets to stay on the pitch. If Willock cannot play 25 minutes, don't put him on the freaking bench. For God's sake. Wow. I do apologise to all the Tottenham fans who were in the chat wanting us to do well tonight. But this is absolute garbage. This is garbage, and we've still got 20-odd minutes left.
Yeah, this could end up 4, 5, 6, couldn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, if he brings Jesus or Nketiah on for the last, 20 minutes or so, they'll have a field day. Fabian Cher now for Newcastle. Long ball over the top, looking for Longstaff, who kicks it straight out of play. I mean, it might be that bad, Billy. I'm going to start dancing again soon. Jesus. I mean, look, I don't really blame Livramento for this either, because Livramento, he stuck with him. He just got a shot away, and the shot was perfectly placed in the bottom corner. So
he didn't know which way to turn, did he? He thought he was going inside at first. He didn't. He went back on the outside. He was screwed into the ground like a corkscrew into a cork, wasn't he?
Yep, absolutely.
It was a phenomenal bit of play from Saka.
And we just fallen further and further behind the top 6.
Yeah.
Long ball by Kiwior is an absolute beauty. And I don't know where Trippier is, but they're down the left-hand side with Trossard here. Trossard, good covering by Sven Botman, and Arsenal get a corner. NUFC, thank you for your super chat. He says, turn the telly off. I hate this. It's awful. Yeah, I've seen a few comments saying that already. I mean, where was the defending there? The ball just over the top. Trossard suddenly found himself clean in.
Yeah, it was... I don't know where Trippier was.
7th corner for Arsenal. We're yet to have one in the game. We're yet to have many things in this game, to be honest. As Arsenal will now have a corner from this near side. Rice takes it into the near post. It's headed away by, I think that's Murphy. Out for another corner to Arsenal. I think we'll see a different corner from Declan Rice here. I don't think we'll see a similar one, because Newcastle have bombarded the near post there. But this time they have put somebody on Karius. In comes the corner. It is to the near post again. It's 4-0. And I don't know what the hell happened there, but Kiwior is celebrating. I'm not sure if it's another own goal, Billy. Kiwior celebrating and then pushes Declan Rice. But it's 4-0 to Arsenal. Yeah, and this is an absolute shit show.
Despite... as you said, kind of cramming the near post with players.
How many players did we have there?
I think there was 4 counted 4 around the near post. They still managed to get ahead on it, and whether it's an own goal or not, it's piss poor defending yet again. It really is.
Kiwior celebrate. I'm not sure whether this is an own goal. In comes the corner. Yeah, well, I think it hits a few players before it goes in.
Is it Miley?
I mean, I think Kiwior's... Yeah, it hits Miley. Yeah, it's an own goal by Miley, I think, Billy.
Yeah, I haven't got Miley.
Yeah, Miley on goal. Oh, dear me.
I think Carrick's done a little bit better there as well, but he wasn't expecting it, was he?
No, I mean, look, he's got about 7 players in front of him. But that is definitely a Lewis Miley on goal. 20 minutes to go. It's Arsenal 4, Newcastle 0. And this has been an absolute shit show. There isn't any other way. And you could normally say, oh, yeah, but it's Arsenal. We have been pathetic. And there's no other word for it, Billy.
They've been very good. They've been the better side, but we've contributed to a lot of their good stuff, I've got to say. We've been really poor in possession.
I'm still yet to see us put a bloody tackle in, Billy.
No, we haven't, have we, all game? Not all game. No bloody thunder tackles, nothing to think, well, they're about, we've been so passive tonight. So soft, so timid.
Good work there by Bruno. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. This game is done now. Why did he just make all his substitutions allowances? It's a joke. Well, this is Harvey Barnes into Miley. Miley at the touchline, plays it back for Livramento on the edge of the penalty area. Put a cross in. Why?
Oh, give it back to Karius again.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Bruno, lovely ball across the Trippier, who heads it across goal. And there's not one Newcastle United player takes a freaking gamble. Go to hell! Shambles, man! Back on the
what I will say is Bruno has improved an awful lot since the first 40 minutes of the game.
He's long stuff.
Look at this. Where do we go? Where do we go? Up, down, back, round. Shake it all about. Up, down, fall over.
He fell over and won a free kick, but that's pathetic. George, on a brighter note, how much did we make for the charities on transfer day? Just over £4,000, George. So really, really good day that was. And it's the only good day we've had in Newcastle fans for quite some time. But we do have a free kick here. Channel Right, thank you for your super chat. Different levels.
Yes.
I mean, I still want to know why we have so many players playing so badly. Why we're not. We just seem to be all over the place. I mean, we're going to see Willock and Dan Burn and Jamal Lascelles. So Bruno's coming off, Billy.
Well, that's definitely for the Blackburn game, isn't it? That's definitely saving Bruno's fitness. Make sure he doesn't get booked.
And on comes Joe Willock.
No, is it Sharon Botman coming off?
Dan Burn is on the field. Still yet to see who he's on for. Livramento. And Jamal Lascelles is coming on the field, and that is for Sven Botman.
Well, I'd like to see Cher took off instead of Livramento. I've got to be honest. But talk about shut the door after the horse was bolted.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see the point. Why make two defensive? Well, I mean, he could have Blackburn in mind, but
maybe he's made it with his free kick in mind.
Yeah, which goes straight to Rhea. So that's out the window. And Rhea gets on with it very quickly. In fact, hits the referee, who will have to blow up and retake the goal. George, thank you very much for another super chat. He says, excellent. Well done, everyone. Yeah, it was a great day, George. Great day. Some good money raised for very good causes. I mean, that free kick's just raised all day. There's not one Newcastle player around to make a challenge. Toon Gamer, thank you for your super chat. Eddie looks like he has no ideas, gutless tactics. Well, if he puts Willock on now, why didn't he put him on earlier, Billy? That's the fact that Sean Longstaff is still on the pitch as well.
Yeah, it's not Longstaff and Miley.
Yeah,
Miley's not got 90 minutes since he's been really been playing, and now he's going to have to do 90 minutes.
Oh dear.
It's
it's a shambles, Billy. DJ, thank you for another super chat. He says 4-0 down and he brings on 2 defenders. Comical.
It is comical. You're right.
Geordie Abroad says same shy from how week in, week out. He's a complete joke now. Peter Dunn, thank you for another super chat. Don't worry, lads. I've seen this before. 4-4 written all over it. Who am I kidding? We are so far off Arsenal. Sad day today. And I got up early in Australia to watch this shite. Well, if it's any consolation, Peter, you're getting better weather than us. So
We can only apologise for that, Peter. Mm-hmm. We could have lied about it and just let's go for Newcastle. Play the music.
Yeah. We should have actually played when Isak had that shot. Odegaard's going off, and he's going to be replaced by Emile Smith-Rowe. In fact, they're making 3 changes. Ron Peacock, thank you for your super sticker. Very kind.
Yeah, Reece Nelson coming on as well. That'll be for Saka, I imagine.
And Jesus. Yeah, Reece Nelson's coming on. I would think Jesus for probably Havertz. Yeah. Because they've already changed the left-hand side, haven't they? So, yeah, Havertz is coming off as well. I mean, there's still probably around 20 minutes to go this game, Billy, with the substitutions and the goals.
What is the score? 4-5?
It's 4-0 at the minute, Billy.
I've lost count.
Oh, well, that's how bad it's been, really. Dear. Dear, oh dear.
No, I imagine Jesus will be hungry for goals as well. He'll want his place in the side. So, they're not going to sit back and let us kind of wallow away the last 20 minutes. They want more goals.
No, of course they will. Arsenal's goal difference has been incredible the last few games. Long ball forward. Flicked on by Reece Nelson there. No, he's brought in Ketia on, not Jesus, Billy. So
even he'll be kicking the goal as well.
Yeah. You're a big fan of his, aren't you? So let's see how he does.
Well, I hope he's shit tonight, but yeah, I think he's a talent. Yeah, I do think he's a talent. Longstaff
back to Shea. That's a good ball forward. And Joe Willock now. First time we've seen him back and immediately gets on his bike, sprinting towards the Arsenal goal. Out to Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. Barnes cuts in on his right. Plays a lovely ball across. Again, where is anybody trying to get on the end of it? Barnes is looking across thinking, come on, lads, I'll put a beauty in there. And nobody decides to take a chance.
But wasn't it nice to see if a midfielder actually, go towards them, go at them? And that's the first time in however long we've been playing. We've seen it with Willock there. He's been on the pitch 30 seconds.
But why isn't anyone taking a chance on that, Billy? I mean, you've got Gordon Murphy there. It's a brilliant ball across. And not one of them wants to take a chance on it.
Looks like they're giving that last goal to Kiwior, not my own goals, which is good for the young lad, I suppose.
Well, I didn't see Kiwior hit that ball, Billy. I think I think that'll change when they look at it again. The dubious goals panel. Whoever it is that sits on that. Murphy down the line looking for Longstaff. Played long again. Trossard going after that for Arsenal. And now Smith-Rowe can't take it in his stride. Willock is there. And Willock again just gets the ball and runs. How we've missed him, though. How we've missed him. Fabian Schär out now to Dan Burn. Burn to Barnes. Flicks it back to Dan Burn, who's made an overlap and run. Burn cuts inside but loses it. And Reece Nelson takes the ball away. And now Jorginho for Arsenal.
It was like a giraffe trying to do the limbo, wasn't it then?
A giraffe trying to do the limbo. Oh, dear. Oh, you're killing me, man. Here's Lascelles for Newcastle. To Longstaff. Looking around and has Miley in support. Played out left again to Dan Burn. Down the line to Barnes. Barnes has Ben White ahead of him. Barnes checks back to Miley. Miley now across the field to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff brings it forward. Murphy in support of him. Longstaff still. Longstaff to the byline. Is he going? I mean,
he doesn't know where he's going.
He's lost the ball.
There you go. Lost it again.
And Ketia back there helping out defensively for Arsenal. Long ball played out. Lascelles now. Nice ball inside to Miley. Miley to Trippier. Back to Miley now. Across the field to Fabian Schär. I mean, there's no doubt Arsenal have taken the foot off the gas here. They're not exactly working their asses off to get the ball back here. They're just comfortable where they are. And why not? 4-0, cruising. Here's Gordon. Oh, see what he was trying to do. Trossard, that's a poor ball by him. Burn intercepts, but he's given a free kick to Arsenal.
For what? There weren't any tackles put in.
Oh, dear.
Oh, mate.
Yep. 79.5 minutes gone, guys. If you've just joined us, God, you haven't missed much. It's Arsenal 4, Newcastle United 0. We have been totally and utterly pathetic tonight. I'm still waiting to see a Newcastle player put a strong challenging. And really, Arsenal have just cruised from minute one. And Ketia brings that down well. Smith Rowe into the penalty area. Smith Rowe! Oh, good block by Shea there. He had to make it because I think that was going in the bottom corner, Billy. But again, he gets through there, and the tackles are just so flimsy and lackluster.
It is. I'm just standing. It was so passive and timid. It's. I mean, I don't know.
Kiwior now plays it back to Gabriel, who in turn goes back to Saliba. And Saliba will play it back to Ria, who's halfway up the football pitch here. Ria then. Long ball forward. There's nobody challenging Lascelles for this. Miley touches it down to Willock. Willock, I thought he was pulled back there. Yes, he was by Jorginho.
What this match to me is of a team that realises they're going to be at the end of a revenge mission, and they've been scared of it. They haven't stood up for it. They've put the white flag up from minute one, and it's something we don't want to see in the Newcastle United side. It's something we haven't seen in Eddie Howe, and tonight they've been cowards. They have been cowards. No tackles going in, no aggressive running until Willock's come on. You know, it's from all of them. It's not just like been one or two. It's been every single one of them. Well,
here is Joe Willock again on the left-hand side. Again, I mean, it's a little bit to-dos there with Reece Nelson there. They put a late little tackle into him. He is Trippier. Lascelles. Miley. Back to Fabian Schär. To Dan Burn. I mean, the thing is, Billy, he'll have probably wanted to play a bit of a different team against Blackburn, but he's under pressure anyhow now. I don't care what anybody says. This football is damn awful. Smith Rowe does trying to get over Miley. Miley does brilliantly there to hold on to the ball and get it back to Fabian Schär. To Burn. Burn's got Willock in support. Just give him it. And then Dan Burn's like shouting at Willock, but Willock did everything right there, made space. Give him the bloody ball.
I'm not sure what message it gives taking Livermore to bring Dan Burn on.
I don't. Livermore's done nothing wrong tonight.
No, absolutely not. And it's the same message that Lewis Hall got when he got pulled off against Dortmund. You know, and yet when Dan Burn makes mistakes week in, week out, he's on the pitch in the row afterwards. It's, you know, I find it ridiculous. I really do.
Trippier, not a great ball. That is absolutely hopeless.
Good tackle though.
Yeah, we win the ball back. Here's Kiwior. Good work by Jacob Murphy. Rice brings it down. And that's just class from Rice. Just calm as you like, brings it down, finds his goalkeeper, who goes long again. Trippier heads it away for Newcastle, but that's going to roll straight out of play and a throw in for Arsenal, which the fullback Kiwior quickly gets on with things. Finds Gabriel inside to Jorginho, back to Gabriel. Gabriel down the line. Trossard. Case Ball, thank you very much for your super chat. He says tactics are totally wrong again. What we would give for Kabay and Tiote in the middle. Not one fan tackle. How will be gone by the summer. Here's Trossard again. And Jorginho. That's lovely ball from Jorginho. But good defending that by Willock, pushing him out. Nelson now for Arsenal. Down the line for Ben White. White, good work that by, I think that's Harvey Barnes defending there. And he does well, Harvey Barnes again. And it's back now with Fabian Schär. That's well played. Harvey Barnes now breaking away for Newcastle. That was so much better. And Barnes is away. Barnes is absolutely through the middle. He's played a lovely ball into Gordon. Gordon into the penalty area. Spins and twists away from Gabriel. Down the line, Dan Burn crosses it in. Willock's header! And we score!
That's the best goal of the night.
Goal, Joe Willock. A brilliant header. A lovely move. And Newcastle United do finally get a goal. And it's 4-1 to Arsenal. Grab your granny. She's just having a cup of tea. Billy, that was probably one of the best moves of the game, to be honest, from both sides. Dan Burn, a lovely cross. And what a header that is by Joe Willock.
Yeah, it's without doubt the goal of the night. It took us 85 minutes to put a move of any substance together. Terrific play from Dan Burn. I've got to give the big bloke credit there to get bollocking down the line, made himself a support. Terrific cross and a terrific header from Joe Willock. And that's our first goal at Arsenal since 2014. Would you know?
It is indeed. A lovely header from Joe Willock. By God, it's great to see him back. I mean, that's what we've missed. Those runs into the box, Billy. He's not frightened to get in there.
Yeah, he's been really good since he's come on.
Yeah, he has.
Totally different attitude to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Confident on the ball, not scared of them, and he deserves his goal. Terrific header. And there he is again, look, one in it. There you go. He wanted it.
Here's Willock again over the halfway line, sprinting forward. He's got Barnes to his left. He uses Harvey Barnes, skips inside. Here's Dan Burn again to the byline, but his touch is horrific, and it's out for a goal kick to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, if he'd done it twice, then I would have been... Yeah, Jorginho down here, holding the side of his thigh. So I don't know whether he's got a bit of a dead leg or it's just cramp here for the Italian. Suddenly we show a bit of attacking impetus, Billy. Willock, we've said for so long, Rachel Pedley, thank you for your super chat. Goal equals miracle. We've said for so long how much we've missed Joe Willock, Billy. And, he's been brilliant since he's come on the field. Every time he's got the ball, he just wants to run at people.
And the other one we've got to give credit to there is Harvey Barnes. He's a fantastic one as well. Showed his pace.
Absolutely, yeah. Right through Arsenal, yeah.
He did. He cut through like a knife through butter. But Dan Burn to get up and show a bit of pace himself to get up with them and the delicate little cross. Yeah, it was a terrific goal actually. And yeah, if goals of the night gets given 5 goals, we win this game.
Absolutely. Coach Austin, thank you for your super chat. Another 4-4. Come on, come back against Arsenal. I think you might be wishing a little too much there, but. Just nice to see us score. It's nice to see Joe Willock back. And certainly looking very fit, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's busting the gut, getting forward. He's got his pace about him.
He's wanting the ball all the time.
Yeah, he wants the ball. He's all available. Seems calm in it as well.
Yeah.
And like the rest of them, And it all goes well for the rest of the season, actually. If we can keep Joe Willock fit, we're going to have a much better rest of the season.
Yeah. But, again, Billy, no Lewis Hall coming on.
No.
I just don't know what the hell. I really don't. As Arsenal go down the line looking for the run of Nketiah, but Karius is there again. Headed back forward. Dan Burn underneath this one. Nods it down to Barnes. Barnes, good strength again, but unfortunately, ricochets off his back and out for a throw into Arsenal. Couple of minutes of normal time to go. It's 4-1 here at the Emirates. I mean, it's been as dominant as you want from Arsenal. Newcastle, pretty pathetic tonight as Jorginho coming off. Gabriel gets the captain's armband. Michael Harper, thank you very much for your super chat. Very kind.
Man of the match by country mile.
Oh, he's been superb tonight, Jorginho. He's pulled the strings for Arsenal all over the shop. And I think this is El Neni, is it not?
I think so. I mean, that is taking the piss beginning on.
I know. Coach Austin, thank you for another super chat. He says, I think Lascelles has been more solid than Botman this season. Do you know what? I mean, Lascelles has been on the pitch a while. He's done some good things, Lascelles, already.
Yeah.
So I can't really... I mean, I don't know what. Botman's come back from injury and he just hasn't looked the same player.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lascelles sign a new contract. I mean, something that happened when he come on and if he was leaving in the summer, I don't think Trippier would have given the armband. Straight away, give him the armband. Yeah, I won't be surprised to see him get another year or 2.
Yeah, as there's been a little clash of heads, I think. Fabian Scher and Nketiah. George, thank you for your super chat. He says, Bugger, just got back from making a coffee. Was it a good goal? Best goal of the night, George. Best goal of the night.
Super goal.
Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. If we were at full strength, this would be a different game. So missed Willock. Brilliant header. It's all ifs and buts, though, but it doesn't take away, Billy, that we've been awful. Come on. I mean, we've looked better since, Willock's come on the pitch. Absolutely, we've missed him.
Yeah, that's coincided with Arsenal taking their foot off the gas as well. We've been shambolic for 90% of the game. We really have.
Shana says, Eddie's turned a potential England left-back into a bench-warming academy player. I don't know what's happened to Lewis Hall. I know we're not privy to know, but I don't know.
I don't think Eddie likes him. Simple as that. I mean, we saw in Dortmund he had a okay first half, and he was whipped off at half time. It's
yeah.
And ever since then, he's hardly had a sniff, has he? So,
El Neni for Arsenal, and now into the sky from Ben White. I think that'll drop out of play for a throw-in. It does indeed. Shand and Ketty are ready to come back on. Still not waved onto the field yet. Of course, I've got to wait the mandatory 30 seconds. Kieran Trippier now out wide to Jacob Murphy. Murphy fancies having a run at QER and runs it out of play.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's not Jacob's best moment by a long way. 5 minutes of injury time, guys. I have a feeling if this score was 1-1, it would be about 9 minutes of injury time. However, I'm not really complaining at the amount of injury time, Billy.
No, not me. Unless we get another quick couple of goals now. But yeah, it's hard to kind of be certain bright spots. I guess the return of Willock, Karius in goal, but a lot apart from that, it's been absolutely abject.
Yep. Longstaff flicks it on. Willock, good little spin away from El Neni there, but again, Arsenal just swarming around Newcastle, not letting them do anything. He is Trossard. Brilliant ball down the left-hand side. Has Nketiah, just spins away from Eddie Nketiah. But again, the vision there of Trossard was brilliant because it looked like he was going to play that out the right-hand side. Saw there was nobody there and had the nous about him to pick out Nketiah on the left-hand side, but it skids off the surface. Oh, it's awful from Longstaff. He can't even trap a throw-in, Billy. He can't even trap a throw-in.
Yeah, one of the worst performances from any Newcastle player this season from Longstaff today.
Murphy gives it straight to El Neni. QER back to Gabriel. Inside to El Neni now. El Neni to Smith Rowe. Arsenal just pinging the ball around here. Gabriel plays a long ball over the top looking for Trossard, but it's overhit and comes to Karius, who immediately gets on with it to Fabian Schär. About three and a bit minutes left of the additional time. What is Dan Burn doing there? What is Dan Burn doing there? And again, he's lost the ball. He's completely done for pace. Arsenal into the penalty area. It's a good block, but it comes to Smith Rowe. It's off the line by Dan Burn. Oh, dear me.
Recovered his own mistake for fair play to him.
Sorry. Oh, dear God. Comedy of errors there. Jesus Christ. John Adams, thank you for your super chat. Lewis Hall is the only thing that makes sense is he has to play a number of hours to be signed, although it has been said that that's not the case. I don't think anybody ever knows what's going on. Manny, thank you for your super chat. Players have checked out. This is painful to watch. Well, Reece Nelson, edge of the box, has a good shot. Well saved down to his right by Karius.
I think we're definitely obliged to sign him because Chelsea will be depending on that money. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you something. Karius is, I know we've conceded 4 goals, but Loris Karius, I think he's done himself proud tonight. He's played so well.
For me, he's played himself in to start the next game, no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Luke Bailey saying all of you have short memories. How has been class for us? Yes, he has been the operative word. Not at the minute.
Well, let's commentate on Newcastle versus someone else then, shall we? And just pretend it's 2 years ago or a year ago.
Brilliant tackle, Fabian Schär, and he keeps the ball in play. Smashed into Nketiah there, but we haven't seen enough of that in this game. We haven't seen enough of those kind of tackles, Billy.
It took second half injury time for us to actually have one of those tackles go in. If that had got outgone in the first couple of games, who knows? But yeah, the attitude and the thing has been wrong tonight for me.
I mean, we're into a couple of minutes left, Billy. Who would you give Newcastle's man of the match to?
No, Karius by a country mile.
Yeah, I agree.
By a country mile.
Smith Rowe. Oh, he's got round Miley so easy there. Smith Rowe to Trossard, and Joe Willock is back there to intercept the ball. But Arsenal sniffing a fifth here in the dying moments of the game. Nelson out to, I think that's Ben White. In comes the cross, headed by Trippier, and it's a goal kick. Smith Rowe actually won the header there, but I think Trippier did enough to put him off. We're in the final minute now of additional time. Oh, dear.
I think if Arsenal can maintain this kind of form, I know why it's been easy for them tonight, but they can maintain this goal scoring speed they want.
Well, they're scoring goals for fun, aren't they?
Yeah, you can't write them out of the title race. Absolutely not. I don't think they're as good as Manchester City and Liverpool, but you know, they are doing the business at the minute.
Have you seen how many empty seats they are, Bill? I mean, they're 4-1 up. You know, you'd think they want to applaud the team at the end. Terrible, that. Arsenal win it back. Pulsating blows for full time and ends the pain for Newcastle United. It finishes at the Emirates. Arsenal 4, Newcastle 1. A very, very abject performance by Newcastle United. Maybe a couple of plus points in the fact that Karius was outstanding. Joe Willock looked really good when he came on. But apart from that, there wasn't much to shout about in this game. And Blackburn turns into a huge game, Billy, because if we go out of the FA Cup, then oh my God.
Yeah, I think European qualification is the bare minimum that the owners will accept. And if we go out of the Cup, you know, we're falling beyond the European places. There could be problems with Eddie Howe's tenure at the club for next season, I think.
Yeah, I think there's massive. I think there's a lot of pressure already. Really, realistically. Hey, the substitutions did come through there, Billy, on the screen. That's good.
Nice one.
And have they, or is that just the player ratings come up?
People couldn't bring Zico on.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think the substitutions came on. I just think it's brought up the player ratings. So there you go. But we'll do ours tomorrow, of course. I mean, look, we expected Arsenal to start the game strongly, Billy. They did. They came at us, but there was just nothing. It was lackluster. It was basic mistakes. It was terrible passing. And for me, it was like a bunch of fairies out there, not getting stuck in.
Yeah, we just lay down and let them do what they wanted with us, really. The first hour, 70 minutes, let's be honest. They were far superior to us, wanted it more than us. We're first to every second ball, every 50-50. There weren't many 50-50s because we didn't want any 50-50s. Like you said, there was no hearty tackles going in at all until the injury time in the second half. It was an abject performance from start to finish, except for a little bit at the end when Arsenal took the foot off the gas a little bit. Joe Willock came on and gave us a bit of impetus. Thought it was very good. But yeah, just a poor day at the office for Newcastle United.
Yeah. Well, in comes Stato. Alex, just shocking, really. But a couple of plus points. Obviously, Karius' display and great to see Joe Willock back and probably scored the best goal of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it was very similar second half to what it was first half. Same criticisms, not enough umph in midfield. Some very lapsed centre-half performances tonight from Sharon Botman, specifically Botman. And that was the difference. And that's, you know, you switch off, a couple of chances going first half, a couple of chances going second half, and you concede 4. It's quite straightforward. You can't turn up to a football match against a team of that quality and play like that. But yeah, a couple of positives. Obviously, we've been talking about the athleticism with Joe Willock being one of the 3 that we've missed in midfield. Well, 4 if you include Toon Army. And there you go, straight off, picks the ball up, runs into midfield 3 or 4 times, and box crashes, scores a goal. That's an instant example, exactly what we've been missing for about 8 weeks, maybe more. Perfect example.
Relax, reflect. Thank you for your super chat. He says, shite game, great commentary. Thanks, guys. I mean, Alex, you know, Willock comes on and he looks hungry for the ball straight away, and that's what we've missed. Somebody who just picks the ball up and wants to run with it. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people blaming Howe tonight. I mean, he made the changes that people wanted to make. He wasn't able to play personnel like Willock before today. It's not that he didn't want to, so they're just not available. He's brought Willock on.
I think he should have been on earlier, though, Alex. I mean, how long staff stayed on that pitch tonight?
But you say that. But again, if Willock comes on too early, gets injured, everybody's then going to whinge as well. So
don't put him on the bench. He's fit enough to play 25 minutes, Alex. Otherwise, you don't put him on the bench.
Well, but it's one of those where he's been... he's taking advice from the club doctors and physios as to how long he should come on and play for. And that's that. He's not just going to randomly change that, is he? I'm not protecting Howe either, so you can pack that right in. No, it was poorly work from Howe and poorly work from the players. I think most of them, apart from the subs, I thought the subs were great. Well, apart from like Murphy was poor.
Murphy was poor.
Barnes was okay. Lascelles came on and actually gave us a bit more leadership, winning headers, winning duels. We needed a bit of that. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
What else? Byrne was obviously really, really good. Got the assist. Important in defensive contributions, but he wasn't getting isolated like he was previously, so he didn't have to deal with any of the stuff he was struggling with. But he did really well. And yeah, Willock was a breath of fresh air. So a couple of positives. I mean, Miley kind of tried to drag himself into the game, to be fair.
You got Billy?
Dan Burn contributing to the goal.
Yeah, he did. It was a good
got
cross.
the assist.
But then he almost gave the ball away for their fifth goal. Though they nearly got a fifth. But
for people losing faith, by the way, I think now is the time, as we're starting to get some players back. Karius is available and can sweep. He's playing Tino. Willock's coming back. Isak's coming back. Anderson shouldn't be too far away. I'd give him a run when he's got the right personnel available. And then obviously, if this still continues for another 6 weeks, fine, I'll concede the point. But I feel like just let him have the right personnel available. But yeah, that was shocking this morning. I feel like Longstaff, they need to hire Longstaff a car and he can drive himself home. That was shocking.
I'll be disappointed if on Tuesday we see Dubravka back in goal for Karius, because I thought Karius had a good game today.
Absolutely. He's done nothing.
He suits our back four much more than Dubravka does.
Yeah. And the back four seem to have a lot more faith. The ball's over the top. They knew that Karius was going to be there tonight, and he did that on numerous occasions. When they tried to play the ball over the top, Karius was there. And in the past games, that's been a ball over the top that's hurt us, because we haven't had a goalkeeper like that who can come out and make those kind of challenges. So I think I definitely...
It was really important. There were a few screenshots floating around Twitter halfway through the game of the distance between the midfield and the defence. The positioning's just not there. And Karius actually mitigated probably three.
Which makes you worry, Alex, considering they've had a week to plan for this game. Why is there such a big gap there? Why are the players...
Well, Longstaff was poor, and Miley is young and makes mistakes positionally. And Bruno, I think sometimes has the world on his shoulders and is just trying to do something.
I thought Bruno was much better second half, by the way. I thought
he was considerably better.
Second half.
Some of the passing range was outrageous.
Well, that ball across to Isak was incredible. But just such a brilliant pass. And, Isak, the way he took that ball down was superb, and then cut inside, had a shot. But there just wasn't enough of that. We would just powder puff all over the field, really. So, we just have to look to Tuesday now. I mean, I wouldn't play Botman on Tuesday. I'd play Lascelles. I think Botman is way out of form at the moment, and needs a kind of that little kick up the arse to put him on the bench to say that you're out of form. We'll sit this one out, because I thought Lascelles came on tonight and did really well. And I wouldn't be opposed to maybe leaving Botman out. And I never thought I'd say that, but he's not in form at the moment. But we'll have to see what the manager does. Yano says Trippier was bloody awful. Well, I don't think he was bloody awful.
I don't think he's the go-to.
No, I think he was
performer tonight.
He wasn't at his best tonight, but who was, to be honest? I think all the players were all over the shop. But anyway, that is it for Matchday Live. Billy and Alex will be doing their reaction over on Patreon right now. That will be uploaded a little bit later on. I will be doing a match reaction right here on YouTube. That will be uploaded straight away as well. So keep your eye open on socials for that. Thank you for every contribution today, your super chats, your new memberships, and of course, welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the Toon Review as we head towards 28,000 subscribers. Mods, thank you. You've done an amazing job. Thank you, Billy and Alex. But as usual, thanks to you guys for tuning in and spending your Saturday evening with us for the match. We will be back tomorrow with another live show for the match review, where we will take a deeper dive into the game and obviously give you all our player ratings as well. And then we look ahead to the FA Cup game on Monday night with the match preview. And then, of course, Matchday Live back again on Tuesday night with me and Billy. And kickoff is, I believe, 7:45. At Ewood Park. So plenty to look forward to, but keep your eye on the socials. If you're on Facebook, join our Facebook group. We're all on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. We have Toon Review on Instagram as well. Get on all the socials and we'll let you know when the match reactions are uploaded. If you're not a Patreon member, it's a small fee a month, but you get much more content from the Toon Review away from the camera with various podcasts from us all as well. So that link is down in the description, but I will put that on the socials when it's uploaded. But thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Not a great result, not a great performance, but as usual, we move on to the next as Newcastle United's rollercoaster season continues, but it finishes at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 4, Newcastle United 1. It's good night from us.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check on to breathe.